Ale fonsaje de.
Ale fonsaje.
Ale fonsaje.
Ale fonsaje.
Muna dabo sanka baluo.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbe useni dabo julalema.
Ale fonsaje.
Juloka man la maje.
Ale fonsaje.
Ni aja man la maje.
Ale fonsaje.
Suluo simmene da.
Ale fonsaje.
Useni man. Ale fonsaje de.
Ale fonsaje.
Ale fonsaje.
Ale fonsaje.
Muna dabo sanka baluo.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbe useni dabo julalema.
Ale fonsaje.
Juloka man la maje.
Ale fonsaje.
Ni aja man la maje.
Ale fonsaje.
Suluo simmene da.
Ale fonsaje.
Useni mansata.
Ale fonsaje.
Alale ya mansandi.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbaro da bodima.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbaro da bodima.
Ale fonsaje.
Numukunda da bodima.
Ale fonsaje.
Alale bate jola.
Ale fonsaje.
Mansole bate jola.
Ale fonsaje.
Aye Gambia bondi bata kono.
Ale fonsaje.
Maje modu bele se wota.
Ale fonsaje.
Alabe nyinkela
Ale fonsaje.
Manso be nyinkela
Ale fonsaje.
Usen bota nyani dobo.
Ale fonsaje.
Dobo gaye Usen.
Ale fonsaje.
Anata kombo tumami.
Ale fonsaje.
Londo nata kulli.
Ale fonsaje.
Okaye lo adabo.
Ale fonsaje.
Ayado kuoge Gambia
Ale fonsaje.
Gambia kaye Mandela.
Ale fonsaje.
Mayinduru kema.
Ale fonsaje.
Alafo salida bokema.
Ale fonsaje.
Adale bate joda.
Ale fonsaje.
Jilansi sedima.
Ale fonsaje.
Ganja mane dimma.
Ale fonsaje.
Sali suare dimma dem.
Ale fonsaje.
Jari jalo dimma.
Ale fonsaje.
Jari fulo dimma.
Ale fonsaje.
Tida si sedima dem.
Ale fonsaje.
Munaninte tata mailitu.
Ale fonsaje.
Munante ni mkumbole mude.
Ale fonsaje.
Juguna. Ale fonsaje de.
Ale fonsaje.
Ale fonsaje.
Ale fonsaje.
Muna dabo sanka baluo.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbe useni dabo julalema.
Ale fonsaje.
Juloka manla maje.
Ale fonsaje.
Ni aja manla maje.
Ale fonsaje.
Suluo simbenele da.
Ale fonsaje.
Useni masata.
Ale fonsaje.
Alale amansandi.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbaro da bodima.
Ale fonsaje.
Mbaro da bodima.
Ale fonsaje.
Numukunda da bodima.
Ale fonsaje.
Alale bate jola.
Ale fonsaje.
Mansole bate jola.
Ale fonsaje.
Aye Gambia bondi bata kono.
Ale fonsaje.
Maje modu bele se wota.
Ale fonsaje.
Alabe nyinkela
Ale fonsaje.
Manso be nyinkela
Ale fonsaje.
Usen bota nyani dobo.
Ale fonsaje.
Dobo kae usen.
Ale fonsaje.
Anata kombo tumami.
Ale fonsaje.
Londo nata kulli.
Ale fonsaje.
Okae lo adabo.
Ale fonsaje.
Ayado kuoge Gambia
Ale fonsaje.
Gambia kae Mandela.
Ale fonsaje.
Mayinduru kema.
Ale fonsaje.
Alafo salida bokema.
Ale fonsaje.
Adale bate jola.
Ale
Assalamu alaikum bari on bal kontona yuri ko lay banda ba law June Carotel Tansabo, the 30th of June 2025, exactly 19:38 p.m. right now in the UK. Should be 20:38 p.m. in most parts of Europe. And in the Gambia is 6:39 p.m. over there. Bal kontona in a very like hot weather in most parts of Europe. Temperatures over 30 degrees right now this week, today, in the last couple of days, especially today. It's quite hot, and I think we've been craving for this for a long time, so we should make most of it. Maximize it. It's kind of the time when I think a lot of people actually need it. So Allah Brakabaki Melbourne Jibekam on the three networks, YouTube, Facebook, it's good. God, it's quite hot. I need to get my hand closer to me. Melbourne Jibekang on TikTok. Welcome on board to all of you. After a couple of days off, been very busy. I was in Leeds on Saturday. I think there's an event there. So quite a hectic week for us. So Mbalbe $10. Thank you for joining UDP Online Bantaba, broadcasting on three networks: Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at the same time. MashaAllah, we are one of the platforms that simultaneously broadcasts on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at the same time. Thank you to you all. Malcolm Tonabaki, and thank you for listening to this show. Farmoketa, but we're here again. Coming to start the program with prayers. Alamanduna ni program kuna Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mafunda kuna Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Menadia mo mengalajang azike Kairoti for United Democratic Party and the Gambia. Nadua sabante frol fana lama ni mani kufurkale. Nadua sasa tolie. Nadua Kairola ni tenkumo Gambia banko kang. But most importantly, we're yearning for change. Meaningful change for that matter, not just change for the sake of it. We want change that will be meaningful for every Gambian, not only members of the UDP, because that's not what we stand for. Personally, we stand for the whole nation, even though some of our opponents may disagree, but that's politics. Opinions are opinions, so don't waste your time to debate on opinions. So people are entitled to their opinions, but not facts. So, Nyaton call content from His Excellency Elijah Senudabo, Secretary and Party Leader of UDP, the entire executive, and the membership of the UDP. I'll have a couple of announcements here first. Later on, we will delve into the show. Mbaka inu inalen UDP online bantaba tay londi fanweeri fan suwari Jun. Comme luñ ko dee defee rek ñëw fi the broadcast on these three networks, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok pour waxtaan ak yéen from UDP's mainstream platform UDP online bantaba. Di ñaanal te jaama rek di ñaanal réew Gambie yàlla jaama bi yàgg fa. Ñu ñaanal suñu njiit yi ñaanal aji jiit yi yàlla suuf bi continuer seen seen kaw ñoo xam ne ñu si jafe-jafe si fan kayit la wala si wér-gu-yaram la ñaanal yàlla safara leen loolu noonu comme fan yi jël naa break dama nekkoon si boori Leeds about 4 hours to drive from here, quite a long way, dem attend benn xew comme UDP ñun benn famille la. One of our colleagues Fat Sanyang doomam bi moo doon sëy member Jame ak Sali Manjang, and it was quite refreshing for us. We met a lot of people there. We're from Germany, commonly Aminata Ba, some colleague, Binta Jame, Mr. Manjang, all the way from the United States, chairman of the UDP Atlanta chapter. He was also there. We saw him, and thank you to everybody, members of our UDP UK chapter, executive members. Most of us were there. If I want to call out the names here, those were there, I could just miss. So I'll not just call out names, because if you sometimes miss a name, you tend to miss somebody else, but everybody. So, Jeff, thank you. Tune into the TikTok. You like I said, TikTok B. I'm just asking a little favor from you, not much. Please share the live stream, repost it, share it, tap the screen so that the video can continue, so that Facebook can see it as a good show, so that we don't actually lose the streaming. I think that is important. That's the little favor I'm asking from you guys, whether you are part of UDP or not, but it's up to you. It's not compulsory. You don't have to do it. Just on Facebook, please share the video on your streams. Sisla Jadama, you don't need to be invited. You are part of UDP. You should have come there. Because you sometimes, I don't know whether you are in the UK or you are in Germany. You are crisscrossing between these two countries. So I don't know where you are right now. Maybe you are in Coventry right now. So I've got a couple of announcements here before we start the show. Obviously, the activities that UDP will be embarking on in the diaspora, first stop for the party leader will be Seattle on the 2nd of August. The second UDP diaspora convention will take place in Seattle from the 1st to the 2nd of August 2025. That is just about close to 30 days right now. 30 days, less than 40, because this is the 30th end of June today. So we have 31 days in July. So just 31 days time, His Excellency Elijah Senudabo and his delegation should be in Seattle to attend the UDP diaspora convention. So for the UDP supporters or Mel after Talaji, put that in your diary. Those who would intend to go should be booking their flight right now to go to Seattle. Buy the ticket. The ticket is $50. If you want to buy tickets, contact the organizers in Seattle. You know them. They came here. And then book your tickets. The SOB is also on sale. From there, obviously, the next point will be in France. UDP France chapter on the 13th of September. Then on the 27th of September will be Stockholm, Sweden. Then on the 4th of October will be GAS chapter Austria. Italy will do theirs too, but I always don't. If you are watching from Italy, you know the date. Please remind me. I don't know. For some reason, I do apologize to my colleagues in Italy. It's not deliberate, but for some reason, I couldn't just get hold of the date that the fundraising in Italy will take place. But I know Spain will happen on the 11th of October. And the party leader tour will be wrapped up in United Kingdom on the 18th of October, Birmingham. That will be his last point. UK chapter will be hosting the gala and fundraising in UK's second largest city, Birmingham, on the 18th of October. We'll be giving out details very soon. We are just giving preference to the announcement Seattle chapter because that is the first. So UK will be coming with publicity. Our task force team members will be here on Bantaba to talk about the event. So just Don't worry about the tickets. You will get enough information about that. And we invite everybody. You don't have to be in UDP. Even if you are not part of UDP, just come and attend our gala, because Gambia, we are one family. All geared towards fundraising. We are the only party, mashallah, that is able to do this. Even NPP cannot do this. Yeah, NPP, there is only one financier. That's Adam Barrow. But because of the love that people have genuinely have united Democratic, we are the only party that can organize mega fundraising, particularly across Europe and the United States. No party has demonstrated that yet. UDP, we are the only party on that we have that on our belt. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. That is a statement of fact. Nobody can there is no contestation to that, unless if you want to be foolish. So that is because of Atoli UDP Nkolu. We appreciate your support across the globe. People genuinely love this party without any financial inducement. When you're in UDP, you don't get Ibuka Sadio Dila, Nyola Har, Jola Halis, Nyola UDP, Nina UDP. No. People in tech, UDP supporters spend. Like most of the people here are buying the Asobes, but people are going to buy their tickets to go to Seattle, to go to France, to Sweden. UDP is not going to provide anybody. And we pay for the tickets of our party leader and the delegation out of your membership or contribution. We appreciate that. The UDP diaspora appreciates that. UDP supporters, we appreciate that. And, charity begins at home. My gratitude, Bidala, members of the UDP UK chapter, which I'm the chairman of, for all the support that you are giving to myself and the members of the executive, and thanks to your efforts that we'll be able to host this gala in Birmingham, and we should be able to finance the trip for our party leader to come to the UK and live here, where he will be accorded tumultuous welcome, inshallah, when he returns to the Gambia. So, Memon Volale and this fundraising, all they are important. Because we are preparing ourselves for this very crucial presidential election in 2026, where UDP will be a decisive player in it. Even though we are hearing all the words being thrown at us. But I will get into the nitty-gritty of that later. But unless somebody wants to be dishonest, UDP is a key player in the Gambia election. It's always been a key player. So nobody can take that from us, because we have 4 elected local authorities, 2 mayors and 2 chairmen. We have 15 National Assembly members. One can say 16 plus the independent in Busumbala. And we have unlisted, I can't name them of councillors, elected councillors. So we have that under our belt. So that is indisputable. All right. So please, the fans or Melialonko, you book your flights. If you want to book for your hotel to go to any of these destinations, contact their chapter reps. If you want to go to France, start booking your hotel. Sweden, the same thing. Austria, Spain, the UK. So do that. We really need good attendance, wide attendance. Probably Taji, I'll put your support. Okay, so Lulu wasi source, Mawakosi Olof, come you sent to a series of fundraising events organized under the auspices of UDP Diaspora by different chapters in the Europe and in the United States. Ñun mashallah parti boo xam ne ñun rek mën a def li UDP NPP sax duñ ko mën a def musuñu organize fundraising, because ñoom benn nit lañ yaakaar mooy Adama Barrow and his business partners. ñoom ñoo def bankroll and UDP NPP. While ñun UDP dummy members ñoo def face with membership dues. In the UK chapter here, annually we pay £30. People pay their membership cards for £25, and people genuinely pay for this, not out of any pressure. That's love for party, and people buy their tickets to travel to this. Gender asobi, gender's a ticket, them the hotel few days that love is genuine. That's loyalty 101, and it's not because of expectation. Your body you get a flea. The Birmingham one is on the 18th of October. I have announced this here many times. 18th of October. That's going to be the last event that the party leader will attend, and then from there, inshallah, he will be heading home to the Gambia. Just like last year, Seattle was his last stop. This time, UK chapter event will be his last stop, inshallah. He will be attending this event with delegation that we will name later, not here. We will not name the members of the delegation for now, but Alhaji Usinudabu will be the head of the delegation to these events. So, Ali Ticket Sang, Nimomo after donation of land to Seattle. You don't, even if you are not going there, please contact them and donate. Mbokafeng on the value, whatever amount is important in terms of Morgana important. It doesn't matter the amount you donate. We value every donation to the party because the 2026 election is about 18 months away or less. So that is coming closer and closer by the minute. So it's very important that we all dip our hands into our pockets and contribute token towards all these important events that the UDP diaspora is holding. We want to support Gambia, just like we played key role in the coalition 2016. In fact, at the hall, when they were booking for the hall, UDP's contribution was bigger than DOI's and all these other contributors. And our critics will never acknowledge that when they talk about coalition 2016, because that's the dishonesty. When they talk about Nidiamta coalition or UDP Nyoyaha coalition, they will never talk about the fact that when they said contribute, UDP contributed more than any of the players, all the stakeholders. Our contribution was bigger than that of PPP, than DOI, to hire the hall for the primaries, where Adam Abaro won under the UDP ticket. You'll never hear the critics of UDP. When they criticize us on the coalition, at least they should give us that credit. UDP contributed more than any of the coalition partners. But this is Gambian politics. They will only look at your negativity. Not many Gambians are objective. Let me tell you that. Not many Gambians are objective. Kuwa firek, ngane koko mo imami maka. Koko mo gena ragal yalla. But when it comes, when you are doing a post-mortem of coalition 2016, at least give us credit that UDP contributed more into the kitty. We contributed more in terms of financial contribution. Even if you look at GDF, yes, the Gambia came together, but the contribution of UDP, go and ask the people who were in charge of GDF, UDP members contributed more than anybody here. They will never accept that. They will never acknowledge that. But we will say it here on this platform, whether they like it or not, because we are coming on a barrage of criticisms right now. That has been going on from 2024 unabated. UDP, UDP, coalition, but we are used to it. If I enter any platform and they're talking about that, I have better things to do because it's boring, it's monotonous. All right. So people who want to listen to it can listen. Okay, let me start we'll talk about the oil saga, obviously, the Russian oil saga that two ministers implicated, according to FPAC, Mediamlo Kualale. But I'm going to start Charity Begins at Home. I'm going to give a general advice to UDP members on this platform. Things that are ongoing and negative vibes, obviously. Mediamlo Carola Janne on this UDP platform for the 100 Dega Fonga Tonya for Nyoe. Charity Begins at Home. We should be bold enough. Kanyonya kono jibeka Tonya for Nyoe. More better content than the Diamola. That's human nature. Some people will disagree, others will agree. That's normal. But this platform will be a peaceful journey. Madam Toga like a summa chibu janak nelaonak te duma holy sympathy can. But I will say it in a respectful way. Anyway, me mol tentula bake UDP Ladies Corner ye benko make new yundum and in fact before they did it allegedly nata janjin platform auto they came here on Thursday night. Binta Seor, our Tambedo, Kamara Muso, Young Follow, and who else was there? I think these were the panelists on the platform. If I Ninga Modo miss, it's not deliberate. Walena Janka Kacha, UDP Ladies Corner, UDP Women's Wing, National Women's Wing. They collaborated, Walena together, Bruka rally back New Union, Alia video. The personal, I didn't follow the rally because I was in Leeds attending that event. I could not follow what is happening in New Union. Later on, I watched the highlights anyway. So, but it was successful and kudos to everybody. But obviously, negativity happened. Mealongo is not one of my topic of discussion today. At the tail end of it during the event, UDP nak ndolo dolgo kay bukan nak kulunka moy ye churum pen diamo kono bibe ñu video la kala jam. So I'm going to give my honest opinion on Menketa, but obviously, Mbala Solaminela UDP, the matter is being addressed internally. It's an internal feud within the party. Me along amanyana kela, Tonyalo amanyana kela. Because UDP ladies corner, you do kendeleke, inata purka mul kampana. After the past weeks been really painful for UDP, we have to be honest, media-wise. We've drawn unnecessary drama towards our party. We're trying to come to terms with that. Okay? For the past couple of weeks, most of you would have advised I kept myself away from it, because I gave my views internally. I'm a professional. I'm not saying others are not. I'm talking about myself, but I'm not implying that others are not professional. Momo, however you choose to do your thing is your take. Okay? Ngana diamol ke dumale, particularly in our media group. But it was ugly. Amanyinya, we have to be honest. Momoko, it was pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Amanyinya. Omanken nganioti. So Janin Bitala detail also. Now word of advice for the entire UDP members, particularly Mele Alonke Kabantaba follow. Alinga Sabari. Mole fata nyimpati yoye. UDP and empathy dol man killing Gambia. I'm not being condescending, but I'm dealing with facts. Nina da bantaba. Munana nyim platform of kumayata. Munana mo jabaka nyim platform of chun, not because they want to see who said la face, my ugly face. No. But kuma kendo letola jeroto. Mo jamaleka feedback dinna. Ikaje ko daga to the best of my ability. Nka balanced reporting nekedang. Bepare nka taminin kuluwoni horomoleka. And that's why UDP, unlike Bantabaya, la trademark sort of alto, la token sort of alto on the online. We don't condone insults on this platform. I can say we are one of the platforms, Mealonko. You hardly even see on comment section insults because when you do it, we delete it. Even if you are a UDP member. We are very responsible and we will not allow anybody to come here. Your words will throw Mealonko, it will at other people. Mealonko is based on insinuations, but it will not go on challenge. In the name of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech comes with responsibility. There is no blanket of freedom of speech anywhere in the world. Freedom of speech, I always emphasize that always comes with responsibility. Because most Gambians, you can the responsibility part, they just focus on the freedom of speech. Gambian no opinion moi moment kaira soto Gambia. Mera nyimfola. Opinion, as in it's only us who speak our opinions. But this idea, phrase, opinion, Gambia can monitor and jama. In fact, you don't have to tell somebody you're speaking opinion. Immediately open your mouth, opinion. But they just want to overuse this word. Sometimes they misuse it. So, memem fola jawolam UDP ko alinga domandoma. Kebal diamuta. Alaju seno dabo diamuta. Mole mol komandi duma. Ali nyim bula. Dolbe je koy tolle tamu fongolti. Ndal tamu na woroti. Kuma kuntamba. Motari la woroti jam. Na fo janne. I believe it belongs to the social media platforms. If they want today, you will not write a word on that so-called wall of yours. It belongs to Facebook. It belongs to TikTok. If the TikTok doesn't want you will not operate the account. I don't own it. TikTok let them. Nila fida be na live streaming stop. And that goes to everybody. But they come again, hey, tell them TikTok ti. Man wants my TikTok. Lo man like that. Langa fi mom. Momu loko den lako aba. Ye fualale. Right? They will not. So what I want, left them follow UDP in Kolye. Alinga Sabari. Just hold on. I'm trying to. Okay. Let me just address somebody here. Please, I don't like anybody dictating to me what I should talk about and what I should not talk about. And you don't tell me what I should. So I just want to, there are people that are new here. This Jari Sise is a new account that I've never seen comment on this platform telling me, if you want, you can go and open your own Facebook Live. You have Facebook. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. But you don't dictate to banter about me, my uncle. I have topics that I will talk about. All right? You don't come and tell me why are you not talking about. You see, Gambians are not respectful. Some. Let me just put it that way. Even English is not our word. In a way, you can say, please, can you address this issue? That's more polite. But why are you not talking about this woman or brother? So you are dictating to me, and this is a thing that's not going to be condoned on this platform. Let's be polite. Let's learn to be civilized. If you go to somebody's platform, just say, please, can you talk about it? When will some Gambians start using the word please? It's all out of ignorance. If you want me to address something, if you don't know, please, can you talk about this? This is the difference between us and the Western world. Fi hale bunda usa, then you want to please, daddy, can you do this for me, please? Gambian use please is a problem. You come to somebody's live streaming, why are you not this? Who the heck are you to dictate to me? Hey, I'm not being distracted. Nobody can distract me. I have to address some idiocy on the platform and move on. Okay, Daniel, I'm not being distracted. I have my topics, the topics that I've got. I'm talking about addressing UDP. And maybe unknowing to you, this issue that you are so hastily, some people are here, they want to listen because that's what you came here for, some of you. So I'm addressing UDP. Did you know whether this will be part of that or not? But you are so much in a haste trying to dictate to me. And look, these common condoms are not condoned here. We are not yearning for anybody to watch us. If you don't want to watch us or listen, please go and do something better for yourself. And if this disrespect continues, you will be blocked from this platform. We don't allow anybody to dictate to us. Okay? Some of you are here because you want to hear my views on what happened. Like I said, UDP contributed more in Coalition 2016. Some of you, why didn't you tell me, why don't you talk about UDP's contribution in Coalition 2016? But you are just drama in UDP and you want me to study topic. I have my programs before I come to Bantaba. I have series of issues that I talk about. So love it and respect. And next time when you're addressing me, use the word please. We have to teach manners on this platform because some people don't have manners. Me, I will never go to anybody's platform and tell them, why don't you address this? Just say, please, can you talk about this? Please, land the P word, okay? Yeah? Here, any moment longer you don't have decency, we'll teach you decency. That's what it comes on this platform. Okay. So, mem follow wolom, UDP ngola nga sabari. Ni wato kono has been ugly. I guess it wasn't pretty at all. Chocho Besiari, Alfal Diamoda. Alaji Usenu Dabo spoke Peter Gomez la program of Coffee Time. I saw the Gambian people. Could this been addressed tally? And in later addressed tally. Patili that ita Diamola, I have ngani address lama address. Alinga nying kebalu, dukar alinge bunya nge horoma. And I'm addressing everybody in UDP. Mansula to Mankor. No matter the hierarchy. Alenga nying kebal bunya. Ndenga melong nila alfa diamuta ako nyimbula. Hani hepo imanyana lalaji. Ngabala man ninko kango ngole fotende. Hepo imanyana lalaji. Bimbe na mind speak lale nak. Ndelenga meng long keba o alfa na diamuta hani hepo. Maningol kame hepo imanyana lalaji. UDP ngola alenga sabari. UDP molle fata nyin patiyoye. Alenga mira tala nogon jaila tola suka dahaba. Most of these other parties, it's almost victims of. UDP ntol sem fango siso konkono le ko. Ntolenga victim ol men soto under dictatorship. Parti te Gambia me yasoto. Because APRC ne wole kanyosa ba all more victims. Parti jumala yasoto Gambia. So ngamera ni mo nyanta balafala UDP la nyaton kolie anyante kelam toli bonefide UDP members ol momo mu genuine UDP membati hani kuti je ake Alhaji Ousainou Darboe la kokam ake ajaratu Mariam Bissek la kokam ake ajaratu Yamondo Geyo suka ajaratu Sukaina Ka nyin kebal la sanjobe dami han saying bengobe dawoda at aji Sukaina Ka's age she tried to attend all these events. Don't do it for Sehu Sedili. Because I'm a nobody. kana ken tela ko kama bari alinga ke na alfali molmel yalan ko when the alajusenu dabo na executive here samba mile 2 ajarate Mariam Biseka step up to the plate at her age ani yaya jamme yake. She led the United Democratic Party when most people melka diamu B where were they dina ko wax de woka molu dimile bare fonga fo tonyamu kilingolati. When on that day, most of the people making the loudest noise right now on TikTok and social media, where were they? Ile Ajaratu Mariam Biseka was there. Uncle Falan Sonko was there. Most of the people enjoying today the likes of Ahmad Bah. Ahmad Bah was nowhere to be seen. He ran to Dakar. Today he's got the loudest mouth. Demba Sabalili, today men Kafoko, they are ready to die for Barrow. Spill yellow borna banko can prove Barrow win. Demba Sabalili. Most of these people here on diaspora criticizing UDP unabated on platforms, most of them were not to be seen. In fact, more mail on even right now, some of them are using pseudonyms. Like say who said they was using pseudonym on coalition. Madam Fang have Harold Mansuma Papangwa because Smawa Helen, say who said you Young, they use honest Gambian. Let me just make it easy for you. Yes, I was using honest Gambians. I was using MJ. Now for the phone batter. Bring me Freedom Radio. But that I was not out of fear. Because in fear, when my account was busted, I would have been quiet, right? In fact, afterwards, Lenga Civic Education will start Freedom Radio. But in Gamboja, Birin Ajaratu Mariam Bisek took the bull by its horn, led United Democratic Party. I an executive lead. That time, Janga Katu Bari, Karanalu Bari, Imahani Kata affiliate with UDP. Ning Karambalolu, Nyumono ordinary people, Wolekela Dum Gelegelela, Ikata the Lantern Bridge of Gambia. Ndolenga Adam Barok Alatakola. But Adam Mufisur Walo Tamba Waloliti. So, Memmola UDP. Ali Saferol Bula, Ali Saferol Tala, Ali divisive comments on Bula. UDP ke one family. Aten Nafala Fenna. Ning opinion, mobile opinion. You think Ajaratu Janaba doesn't, Ajaratu Janaba Mas doesn't have opinion, formal opinions. Favorite ambassador general Bamal opinions. Fale Olamira. Ja momo bi opinions. Opinion la ka fara bar modi jamem opinions. Anu ja moma mono saferla. Mobile safero no ja. Bar alinga sabari. Alinga nyatilim barola. We were talking of the scandal. $30 million oil scandal. So mediam la UDP nkoli alni safari kuntangolu bula nte muna na mandiamu nyikoto mba fola dalilo fola yenne bi men agrita se wu sedi le ku kuntango ndati je because tenga je ko this is foolish. Nyinyo sabo is foolish, is utterly nonsensical, and I will tell you why. Neither the UDP la constitution up I saratol be kejele fondolum believe ta kaito la fonyin kanyin safele on paper just for the sake of it for constitution mona daliloti me mobe nyini ngala UDP ni me jabiro soto njabi UDP mona nga constitution soto mona na parti yo man lo rek nko ha ale nga tamandi lafta la nyame mona na woketa. Most of you don't even have UDP la constitution. Mo jamabe diamo kanjan nyini nga UDP la constitution la just text them. Can you give an aid of constitution? Because they don't even read the constitution. Ite tarla kafo kono, iman kafo la sarato long. What is about kafo kono for what? Ndeman join UDP just with the flow. They say who said the Janembe do na United Democratic Party. Ngam UDP la manifesto karane, ngam UDP la sarato karan. Because ndedu na kafo kono, man kafo la sarato long. But the dole beje woliye fay jele doron, ha ndem UDP ko, ni nga UDP fo fla biara ka select nyame fay ma long. Jumale ka flabi ara select imalong. Dol fon ka for radio ha nindata congress. UDP la flabi ara ka select congress. It's embarrassing. Ite be parti yo kono imalong fa UDP la flabi ara ka select nya bari ka sonka Facebook. Ibe nendi rola. Niye nyini nga flabi ara ka select nya dile. Ita jabi la no. Niye sama TikTok iko ngo UDP fon la policy mumne da la 5-point agenda. UDP la 5-point agenda. Jama babe wuri la nyin ko la jam. It's samba Facebook or TikTok iko UDP la 5-point agenda, they will struggle. Funny that they go and open the book and read it. Doing a war. A jahalo war. So UDP la sarato be la ringela. La jusino dabo explain it time and time again. Maybe la jusino dabo nengola jaka ma, but I can remember they are not interested. This man is a lawyer. Highly experienced. I sarato lonely. Wala nanabe diamle like a lawyer. They say who said it, I'm a professional. I will talk like a professional. Nino diamo man diameye, put me in any bracket that you want. As if I care. Wallahi, I don't care. Because nte Allah enjoy nyaming silata walla not another human being enjoy nyaming. And that's what everybody should be worried about. Because deka bi so wahulo din la deka fo xamne dekolofa. Surwali ol. Bara alinga tenkung, alinga sabari, alinga kunta ya bula. Molu batatale. Molu pasitale. Ntolu we should be more preoccupied ka Adama Barrow Bondi. Comme Sénégalais wolu bribe Macky Sall bota je. I paretale ye Macky Sall chibiti. And they attain their goal. You cannot attain your goal. Atol membe bunkli ngalbe nyo krupenyala. Fon tol kam fon le nene. Mansa tarla mobuko nene. Ete tarla batul filo kono. Iteni melbe kelo ali opponent comme nyin kelo membe kera Iran. Ni Iran sojarol damaka nyo bunki do wala Israel sol damaka nyo bunki do la. Ebe success atenda no nyaadil haniko mobuko bara alinga kunta ya bula mbadali lo fulale kunta ya wala nante man da bula je mbuka comment mola post momo ya dia moma andu mbe gamna no danela nte se hu sedile me ko ngel mbolani ni momo la frante trailer you have to work extremely million hard to get me because ntenga nke ku lonne dole ke ma audio lale ye topico may ha karikete nte boko audio sibal jabi ni momo ko try with me you are wasting your damn time because nte be mem fola nyin koto ngafo banta ba jane I'm done and dusted with it ndida la diam la duba nka duku je o mun nafika yalati nga duku duma ngana janga fa nte I don't, that's not a me. So melka audio bulanye mbal danila mo kana audio bulanye nyin ko la ko rek ngal respect le atol mario yal fon lonne nale audio bulanye wala na mala audio respond nte jama nga mo respond ba ni audio bulanye me yalla you want to seek my opinion ye record ya janjani forum kono e kam ne aten kamolu kungol takinde nyola ndenga mem fo nyin ko to nga fo banta ba jan unless if you want to hear something else unless you have an agenda. This week for the UDP constitution, I took my time to go through it. How many of you know selection committee from Joal Lebeki? Maybe Wuri Kanjani the composition of the selection committee alone. But this is the saddest thing. Ebe Sonkala Kula, Imalo Ukofon, selection of UDP central, it's not the central committee. I want to rectify that here. Because Ndolbeka follow the central committee. Central committee is the selection committee of the party where they can fly Bierata. Anu ninga time soto mbewo selection committee mbe karanale janne memalle bije so womol bije ngo ndese hu shedili insela fi fla biara la nyawo UDP I have to go through that process ala you senu dabo has to go through that process Adama Barrow birimba select la process o keta nyaadi de fama apply letoro mel ajarati Mariam bi sekala safay because Adama Barrow la letoro fama safeno Adama bu ka letoro safeno yeah. So nimbe kuo fola alinga kuo fahamu. So application weka dundi wala na nko nyimu kuma kunta ngoleti nko mol benka nyon sabala albe kunta yala wala na mol ka nyinga din dole bental lit ako nyese umaje dia mun kay ngam memone dia amla biko mem ku konta wonte dati je suma yon neku fa because process ole be UDP. So ndene mo ka nyo saba karebe kala process wala nyanta kala nata ni ka mole hand pick ansa sonk anu jama ba be wurla jan they are not part of that central committee the selection committee so alka mo ne wuri du garanga sabari sonko aman na fa fenna fonga kumalu moy melo mamla fika moy bari to la nga sim fongoma dañu waxante dega ni aja mole be lola jang ha judi bi alkate ne to la nga kem fongol because meta ni yamoro di la ni di yamobula sign B na political opponent ol ben attack la left right and center ngamane noje ndole nga sim famma imala fi même moy le be wala moy la bali molu ko itolle entitled itolle tamu UDP because dolu ka diam la ko itolle tam UDP mo tate UDP gambele tam UDP hanata le be jele kabere pre 1996 because ngalo UDP was formed on the 23rd of August 1996 but hanata they joined the UDP in 1995 just for the sake of argument. You are not more of a UDP than somebody who joined in 2016. Let me make that clear. Because the UDP constitution is very clear. But some things are irritating, they're annoying. Alinga nyo bunya nga nyo horoma. Ndete tarla UDP, ni atara UDP sarata kenlo te larinje yogole fonyo ko patio ka tarata nyenela executive like decision of the central committee is structured right. Not a UDP is a Nick Jack reaction. Moleka wuli rek ho menyingala. Why would I join United Democratic Party? I wouldn't, because I don't want to join something where it's not institutional based. Alingana constitutional horoma. Ni constitutional horoma jamal be sonkala jam. Why are we fighting? This is sickening. Ndamanta moto fola jam. Because Wofanang is not going to help. Because nibe dadarola, ika dadarola. Because tonya men se tinyaro samana abula. Alinga tonya fo. Tonya men se tinyaro samana alinga abula. Na fatala. Ngamera na londi tioli yen karande wol. Tonya men se tinyaro samana alinga abula. So I'm just making this appeal to every UDP member. Go and read the Constitution of United Democratic Party, particularly the section that talks about the selection of the presidential candidate and flag bearer for UDP. Yeah, understand, yeah, comprehend. Ni okay, maybe to tell Facebook any more than your sabala. Well, I laugh. They're making themselves laughing stock. So I'll not tell you. Well, I'm going to do that to follow. You defante ndanka ñu xamne amna ñu deyal parti bi ñun we are not victims wa amna ñoo xamne victims lañ Gambia yeb victim lañ waaye luma mean we are not direct victims because yo lo bëgga diga bu UDP do bëgga UDP more than dem si yalla nogo njaay ak soko jahaba and list of our fallen heroes. Because ñooñu seen buga rew moo tax they pay the ultimate price for it. Waaye ñun ñu bari ñu si ron suñu lali in our comfort zone di legal suñu boga yi suñu super kanja yi ñu foog ne ñun ñoo gën a bëgg a Gambia ñoo xam ne day ba in the trenches tey nag wax bi dafa ne social media ñëw TikTok ñëw ku nekk su waxee fii nga ne kii moo gën a patriotic. But when the call was there for us to stand up to Jammeh, only few answered to the call. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. I wish all these people who are talking now, they had joined the struggle. Probably Jammeh wouldn't have stayed 22 years. The change would have been quicker. But no. People saw, man, ken buguma ya halsuma demi Gambia. Motentela Gambia tatinyala. Some people were busy in the Karamalabe University. When the likes of Bambamas were going down to protest. Nabora Rabamba could have also gone. Yes, he's educated, he's gone to university, but he could have finished it earlier. Fanansitano Laita University, long time ago. Some people choose that path to build up their careers. Human beings always have a choice. And that's their choice, I respect. But don't try to demean. Kamolu demean, Melialanko, they partook in the liberation struggle of the Gambia. That was difficult. United Democratic Party, well, this saddens me. Alpha Jamal be kumboka ni wato kono de. Alpha Jamal ni yotorata de. Mo Jamal be diaspora jam fono imam kontan. Mol man ta kontan re nyim buru hahala. That's why it was a noble call. Bring UDP Ladies Corner organize this rally in New York. Bring Binta Senghor yon contact akonye sedili laftana la banta bale kadiamo na programo la nkai ko el na program was tight I had a big busy schedule last week, but I will squeeze in time for you on Thursday. Aliyajale, they came on Thursday night because the program was on Saturday. Because new platform is to promote UDP agenda. Momo after Nalajang. You don't have to wait for Sehu Sedili to invite you. If you have a message, just reach out to me. Best slot deal, you come and deliver your message. And that goes to everybody. Can you to fan Sehu Sedili invite? Ni atare after Nala ka message di Gambia de UDP memol. Afanya Sehu, ila current affairs so give me 10-15 minutes after Gambia no address la. Wallahi be platform deal la. Ñemu UDP platform la. Pour que UDP la agenda. Momo en contact wala Ibrahima Tungo Mare na contact wala ya binta mang ngako contact because ndol momo yen contact ni ya binta call ye Tungo call se hu call ko lafta na la programme kala janne ibe message jo futande la mal mbal danila ale nga sabari ale nga tu so nyimbe mo menketa pati leader diamol very good molbe diamo taji. We should commend the UDP Ladies Corner. Ye mo beke kilimoti. Nyine nyante kela. Bari menketa je aman nyinya. Ngo ila fita ngole fo. Sonte ba condemn la le menketa man bete ya. Assault man bete ya. Menkataje was wrong. Bari Melbe UDP castigate kam itol malon for the moneketa duma. I don't want to go into the details. To every action there's a reaction. But Luala Carola, Hadamadi Yala Carola, assault butero nakatarek akamulunja wiale. Sondeba fola nga sabari nyoye. Alingan ji nyoye. Ntolong mo kilingolti ntolle ko be pati kilingoto songo buka bay hani nyingoni nango ka nyos re tolle sutata nyola hani nyol hamne dañ bokande ak bay dañ de xulo yaay ak dom dañ de xulo papa ak dom dañ de nal fananta da fal fana UDP la level to albenyi manya sifal mal albenyi kurukaral mayla bari menkata je ka mota ka nyoli pateng wole fo man nyana kele because if ele nyulla success fronta ya bebe anu Gambia social media sakonto la political opponent role wol katra korontori munala ye negativity ya UDP nyere ne kam fa some of the UDP members of la court because mtolu dolu bi je wolu ni suba dañoo añ ak UDP dañoo ndew ak UDP rada afternoon dañoo añ ak UDP ngoon dañoo reer ak UDP guddi so ñoo jenta sax dañoo jenta UDP nakuma di wax caxande moolu be TikTok jang wolu dañ guddi sax so le waxe ñu ne UDP because they cannot have a topic without discussing UDP. Let's face it. They can pretend, but they cannot even say 2 days, 3 days without talking about UDP. Lolu su amé fi kon xeyna man dina jël break 1 month. Ndolani opponent role ye diamo 2-3 clear days, not a word on UDP. That's impossible. But alhamdulillah, that's what the party leader said. Nyabole be UDP la koto bi wala na momo wolde ko United Democratic Party. So niwe ite alonko so hamene mol katara korontoren kela jawu mafo wotali nga maku. UDP has been in existence from 96. Menketa new yundum namana sifaji. Anu amanyinya. Aben tole kuyala. But woman get UDP agenda. Some of them are putting high UDP nilang na leader. That's not true. That's not true. Alhaji Hussein Dabo has never propagated for violence. None of our youth leaders. UDP will never propagate for violence. That's not in our DNA. Ni UDP was a violent party. What women a tear gas okay party leader la korra kono. in the aftermath of 2021 elections, some people wanted to go out and protest. Party leader prevailed on them, saying, "Malafi hani sise wa ifajam." Alaju sinu da bolila wa. Malafi hani sise wa ifajam. Malafi wandi ding wa ifajam. For more do ka kamva party leader kame ko party leader is too wate mida kiti yola mida yola every time I want to go to court. Nyaka yola ko dega fi. You know alaju sinu da bo any small thing mo da fa dem court. People get annoyed with him here because he's always been a peaceful person. But if in a crowd, somebody somebody irresponsibly video that for whatever reason, then I join on social media. You people are talking about it. All I can say here on this platform that was ugly, was uncalled for. Ndolu mantra janka UDP fasa. Because some people are expecting that look, until I approach, sometimes I will write something on Facebook. I'll rather give my opinion on Bantaba because a lot of people watch it. So I'm on record here. UDP. UDP malafi violence la. UDP lafita. Alaju Senodabo said it. If we are going to take government, we are not going to be like Demba Sabali. Demba Sabali doesn't love Gambia. Demba Sabali is only after his pocket. And he's a tribalist. Demba Sabali Ntafola allegedly from. Demba Sabali was tribalist 101. And the evidence is out there when he was saying all these tribal remarks. But how many people are calling Demba Sabali tribalist today, but they will call UDP tribalist? But they've had tribal insinuation, tribal remarks from Demba Sabali. But it are commanding. Alinga Tonyavo. Molga Lojaneka for Alaju should be like Usman Sonko. Come Usman Sonko candidate Nyame Fenge. Il a personality man killing. Alaju Dabo will always be Alaju Dabo. Usman Sonko will always be Usman Sonko. But bring up a collaring from Meti one. Can modern talk to house podium the comfort Yaya Jame to expose Jame's corruption? How many politicians can you name them? Let's name the politicians who stood on the podium to say, it's Honorable Halifa Saleh, Honorable Sidia Jata, Alaj Usinu Dabo, and Ala Timo. Who else did it? Tell me. When it was tough. Police and Yumalayaki. Because these are facts that you cannot dispute. There's no contestation to this. When it was tough, Alaj Usinu Dabo was talking about the crude oil saga. Time bobu ñata nit ñoo ñemeñ Yaya Jammeh. But he never propagated for violence. He always said, UDP, suñu amé nguur, it has to go through the ballot box. So su fekkee ne benn incident am na, yes, rafetut. Waaye suñ kër yi sax nit yi dañoo xuloo, nit yi dañoo xeex. Da nga gis kër nga gis kilifa mu ngi toog doomam yi ñu ngi xeex. You going to blame that on the family, the elder? Nañ la waxante dëgg. Léegi nga gis nebo yi nga gis yuuxu fole siblings ñu ngi xeex loolu da nga blame kilifa bi déedéet ñun buñ doon amee programme yi ñu yundum organise ñu ko ne nii waaye misunderstanding am na xuloo am na lu xew warut a xew dañ ko ñaawloo but now people are all over TikTok UDP nii lañ mel war nañ la waxante dëgg UDP meluñ nii su fekkee ne benn incident xam na you want to generalize UDP la mel loolu amut loolu du dëgga ñun dañ am suñu plateforme fii pour daaji façon nonsense wax yoonu noonu because you guys have, you know what, you are not objective, some of you, when it comes to United Democratic Party. If you were objective, Demland Season platform, go to your platform and say UDP contributed more than any party for the coalition, the convention in 2016. You will never hear from them. Dingo wasa. They will not going to give us a pat on the back. What they will do is can single collaboration. Can negative. Well, I think frustrate with some of our UDP members. When people are trying to put you in a negative light, I told from the Malben no sabala TikTok auto, Alben no sabala Facebook. Because if I see this nonsense being continued by some people, I will just block them from my Facebook. Yes. Mokalafika more block them. But you cannot be part of a party, Alpha Diamu, Kebali Diamu, Molie Diamu, itele the alpha and omega of opinion sort of. Ite damale opinion of the United Democratic Party. Foko get. You think that Zainab Ghani doesn't have an opinion? She has. And she is a member of the UDP National Executive. She has a higher portfolio than most of you ranting here on social media. She is part of the UDP executive. Nanata ranking, she is part of the apex body of the UDP. You are just like Shehu Sedile. Mu porocho to UDP. UDP mobile kumataje. But none the hierarchy la mewola. Zainab Mantara la timeline auto talking, spin everything, divisive statement. She is very responsible. She is focusing on her agenda, how to generate money for the party. Because she's the head of the fundraising team. Well, every year she would organize a successful gala. Right now, we are going to have 6 major fundraising events here in Europe. America is Seattle. Why don't you go and promote Seattle on your timeline? But they did Dole bije drama kari kata tenne kari tata kuliola lord me talibe so dafa dem kulio fole ngelef ni kari kata tenne fenge kata tenne kamba sambata njaita janne. Polarization of topics strong iko ita bulala bari ning jawolo fanambe mokla. You have to live off with that. Nima bula ninna opponent dol tate video de danya TikTok yen caricature ye kolke. You have to live up with that. Unfortunately, in Tolbe, we are being punished for that, something that we are not part of. Alinga tenkung, many yamaro there when I take good chunk of this time. Imagine was something Sise Natajang for Jari Sise Lomba. Me alon namana jabe UDP online bataba jibela. Anata jabe mene follow. Say who said limana ne mani musola kumo because wala sijang. Namana janga comment because it will have UDP la Corolla. Dukar alingatu mal Daniel alingatu UDP alinga sabari. Kuna mabamba masmoila advice DB kam. Very good advice. But people are giving advice, it's falling on deaf ears. It's sickening. I know sometimes the people may along go from all the top echelon. That's the disappointing part of it. Alingam Fongol comport. Gambia is at a crossroad. We need to salvage this country. But we cannot do it with the behavior that some people are displaying on social media. Baro, I feel the lesson of you wato kono because na attention of buka focus baro kan people are just on ping pong. Look at this corruption scandal. They allegedly Ablai Job is involved. Ablai Sanya. How many people are talking about that? Yes, the mainstream media platforms have reported it. FPAK right now, you know what is going on? Billy J. Tunkara reportedly is trying to mobilize national NPP members to block that when that motion is brought to the plenary of the National Assembly. Near some National Assembly plenary, the assembly from Alavida NPP debate all day are block. Puruni minister solo, he cannot cook, he cannot investigate. Let me break that here. That is what Billy J. Tunkara reportedly, according to credible information, to mention, majority leader. Iko abe doku la puruni oil sagani ni FPAC recommendation of Minister Ablai Job, who was the petroleum minister, now the tourism minister, and in Ablai Sanyan, the former IGP, now interior minister, they have been allegedly implicated according to FPAC in this $30 million scandal. That's something that should matter to every Gambian. But Billy J. Tunkara is trying to block that. Ka NPP mo ngani kibaro lesoto. If it is not true, Asenaya functioning, the Bantolgan information also from the National Assembly. So this is wrong. Together. Baro buka Minister Bayi. Dembo Sabali spoke very irresponsibly. Minister Jumalbelola Gambia kafo. We are ready for fa baroe. Ka yellow bomb baroe. If Baro moti, by now Demba Sabali should be sacked. Barata bailade. Bring me party leader kafo. Demba Sabali nyanta ka reprimand. Adam Baro nyanta ka Demba Sabali reprimand orang kafo. Nko party leader fanangalo. Ama dingolong. Adam ko. Atebuka pare ko kala foni UDP ngol kake kana mek ay wala fone so ni parti ni day ñing fay ala ñu non nekela adama te ñu reprimand la but today Gambians should be organizing protests just like Gala Fundita assets on la court. What's the difference between the assets and this one? Mbal ñene ngal na le waxante de lan moy difference bi but the assets one. The reason why Yaya Jamel assets ye diamo Funtija wobamu UDP la tina diamo siata dina wale wa dega. Dinga Gambia, if we are not honest and sincere, deka bobu no do am jama. Malaj Len. The difference is the $30 million scandal and the assets that the Janet Commission was involved in. You know why they were so much involved in that? Because we saw it here. When the Republic broke that news, some people went on their platform. Who said, Alaju Senu Dabosa, Jenana asset. Amadou Sane Jenana asset. Because of the involvement of UDP, they made it a topic. But how many of them are talking about this oil $30 million? It will just be a passing topic. But the effort that they devoted to discussing this, to the extent that there was a group of Gambians against looted assets, Gala, today, they should be mobilizing people in Gambia to come out and protest on this oil thing. Mantonyav. $30 million is not a small deal. Why people are not going to call out Ablai Job's name? Hey, why they son? Sufekene this Ablai Job was part of UDP. They Facebook with us. Minister Ablai Job. Hamga Kokul is not UDP. He has never been UDP. Right? Nanga wahante dega. Ndebe tonyale fola jam. Nanga wahante dega. Hamga solena defsen analysis you hamne is so biased. Feel like go daji on UDP online bantaba. Using knowledge, using wisdom. Abulai Job, if he was part of UDP, you would see them on their this TikTok lives, UDP, no definitely, UDP, no definitely. But none of them will call out Abulai Job's name out because Abulai Job is out of the central. Why? He's not a UDP member. But the assets one, they jump into it. Fonger rahas sen holi, alali sondo moluku. Alinga tonya balundi bankokang. Ala talla akahadama dingo jibele ye tonya fo ye tonya bara. Love for country cannot be propagated with inherent bias against one group. Ablai Job is implicated in this. Ablai Sanya is implicated. But because the two ministers are not affiliated with UDP, this alleged corruption scandal on this oil is not making much noise on this TikTok republic. That some of these platforms, that their daily bread is talking about UDP. Ali F1 ma Facebook fele beng mfenkela this verification ola ali F1 ma ali video Facebook fele so metonya fola ali mbali nyininga na tate la platform ol nte bukata je sign. I will never from now against 2026 I am going to be very selective on which platform I'm going to go. I've made that conscious decision. Okay, if I see that you are objective, you are for Gambia, you are not having undertones. Man, this is my view. And I'm entitled to my opinion, just like most of you are. Okay? So, Alinga Tonyafo. Sonko Gambia, Bayo Sonko Ko, Shehu said the Gala protest is not political, and Gala will do the needful as soon as possible. It's just a matter of time waiting for the parliament. Thank you so much, Bayo Sonko. I know Gala is not political. But in Gala, Hakilo Bulandile Ko, asset ko ani nyimbe killing. But the Bayo Sonko ite along. You are genuinely involved in Gala. And I know you've been there even 3 years now. I know you love the Gambia. I know itala part of Gala moto question no. But in Bayo Sonko yalo neko dolu biji. Wolu dunda ni asset quote because after you deploy turn on dela. You all honne. Because dolu biji when this asset issue came out, iko alaju senu dawe Jamel asset also. They were so eager to see UDP la ministers on the list. You know that. Ntolu ni defend tekejan. We had argument with them. To the extent one idiotic lady, imbecile, she ran away calling UDP. What did I am commanding Munala from Bamba? She said, "Remind of we are terrorists, frontal terrorist organization." And that lady just disappeared. But one day, hopefully, we will know who she is so that we can name and shame her. Such people should be named and shamed. Who in your right frame of mind will call UDP a terrorist organization? I have a platform on it. Because of this assets issue, because of they have so much, the discord and dislike they make it towards UDP. Tribalism in Gambia for is going to be very hard for us to get out of this. Tribalism in Gambia, whether people admit it or not, is so evident. Go to TikTok and you will see the open tribalism. You will see it. But everybody will say they are not tribalists. Of course, do you expect them to say they are? Ablai Job is not coming under a lot of scrutiny. Ablai Sanya is not coming under scrutiny because they are not affiliated with UDP. Wallahi, if these people were a part of UDP, Fanny can do dega. This is a fact. Let somebody call and disagree with me here. So alinga law nga tonya fasa o Bangkok. This parliamentary inquiry should be monitored. Biosongo, whether you know it or not, Bilije Tunkara is about to block this. And the NPP, they have the majority in National Assembly, not at a plenary. Then the FPAC recommendation could be thrown in the dust. And this, in the doldrums, that's where the Gambian people should come in. Because new inquiries should not just die down. FPAC doku kenokere, they came out with recommending. But not at a National Assembly. Bilije to come diaspora vote yemenke. In Natale, it tafauto nyoka, you got diaspora to vote. Because NPP got the majority there. And the NPP ka menga ke wati, ni UDP akate wati. Because in fact, some of these people, the level of criticism being met on UDP, you know what? They will not do it. They will not do it to Barrow. Thank you, Bayo Songo. I understand that. So, lafla nyine fola jam. Ngani yamarole sotale UDP ngulu. Ntengaje sometimes akake lack of political understanding it. Internal disagreements, well, they are normal in a democracy. But when it becomes when it reaches a certain level for more katulori nyoke be more fingalaten, then that's out of the norm. That's out of the norm. But alga balafana leader soli binata kaji yamarol di UDP alga danana, but particularly victims, particularly molmelanko, they went to prison. Molmele batata nyimbankoy alinga sabari alinga bankoje na nyimbanko boni 2026 opposition olbe fele say mo malom dimala be lorin blat baro bala fele baro, yes, if an spill sotole NDP be jana NPP be jana, but in tolo opposition ol fana ma unite follow ni lolbe lori fay jana dolbe lori fana nga mo dolbe social media ko UDP should not lead the coalition because of this brouhaha memekiri. You know what? I would love for us to have a coalition together. But namanke fanang. Alinkana lose our sleep. Nyumuna anda nyumunuta anda bunyu am. This is so simple. Alinkana nyo batandi diamola. My preference would be for all the opposition to come together. But we are the biggest political party, and you cannot say we should just exit lale. Actually, who does that? Which political party does that? Sometimes when I hear some people, oh, UDP, they should just step aside. On what basis? You don't have any one elected official in Gambia. The party with 15 National Assembly members elected, because democracy is about numbers. And it's the same Gambians that voted for that. Just like Adama Barrow, they said, got the votes. That's why was sworn in on the 19th of January 2022. Because IEC Koitolea win, even though they disagree. Yeah? So in the same vein, UDP got more numbers than them. But UDP nyanta randal lalen, tol nyanta bola silo kane. Itol yana e coalition. Falan ko ger, kon mu yombade. Aramari fitat lolu. Kon mu yombade. UDP walk our way through to the achievement that we have. Wasn't easy. So you have to do the same. But in Ning Amanke Ko, Dolby Ko, they cannot trust UDP. Well, I'll email trust Al Walter. Because God told me ko tolu it only doyle coalition and telling them. Okay, even there, I don't want to spoil the party. My love, I love party you spoiler. But question of how big I want to coalition. When they were having a salary, so not only I lead. I was a salabetala Mathematola Gambia political Gambia 1987. Was when I stepped out of the way, and Antonia when it was tough on them, Halifasala was there. Nasa disagreeing on Yanya. Believe witchcraft, Yajabella witchcraft, whatever Halifasala at a mile too. The over dollar Kadia. So Biko Halifa Kebayatale. I like you say the double Kebayatale. Only be on the postal. But Ning Kebal Lota, Gambia Fasa, Bella Coleari. That's the puzzle for me. Where we are the young generation, Ilay. Lolo deny go wahde. When the because Niataro no Yaya Jambe more Batadika water men, funding all not go, Kebal Albert Alti told the old Yaya Jamaica, coming to Senegal. That's why the Senegal, the young Jamaica took over. young Usman Sonko, relatively young Usman Sonko, took over because they were the ones who confronted Macky Sall. Iman keba kotol bule Macky Sall confront Gambia. Bria jamebe mosiri molu kumo kan keba kotol wala lita. Ala juselu dabo fundi dal domaine anala executive. We were the young ones. Ana xale yi won fan lañ nekkon. Fan la nekkon. So wax bi ñaar la de do wax side bi rek nga bay side bale. So dañu coalition di amonte am done with it malafika fo bari mbemem fo la jam. Mel sitano woleta. In fact, we could have a 3-horse race. Like, they can opinion that 3-horse race can happen in 2026. Now, the likes of Juka will tell us because Juka will laugh at them being a Tramiran. And I understand. The BMG will laugh at them being a Tramiran. And I understand. That is the ideal thing. But alternatively, we can have a 3-horse race. UDP, because of our size, yes, you have to accept that within the opposition, we are the biggest. Even though some people don't want to hear that, so because of our size, we can stand there with whoever wants to endorse us. So you demanding all the biggest parties will financial for a coalition of and they get big. So it's all financial coalition clinching. And if Gambia still won, then it's Adama Barrow Bondi because the supporters of this coalition Mel not together. Well, support also for UDP financial. UDP in dollar minimum of 200,000 where is guaranteed because dollar base. I'm just saying minimum where is guaranteed. Mel back profiling. So now it's a matter of going out of our base, trying to attract other people. So new coalition of a new one not together. Let them at least pull 200,000. Then Nabaro Boindi. New UDP 250,000. Give me example of a new coalition of a 200,000 or they work on getting 200,000. I feel like UDP at the State House. Barrow defeat land. Because last time Barrow had 400 and something thousand. So that is still a mystery to me and many people. Some people are still saying, well, Barrow started election. Even when they saw the audit reports of the IEC, some of the monies went. Gambia, I cannot understand Gambia and all. Because Gambian, we are one of the most complicated people. People can go on this TikTok to say, I don't believe that Barrow stole the election. Then what happened to the audit? What happened to those agents? Who gave the money to those? And they don't want to declare. You saw the audit report. Are you blind not to read that audit report? When some of those agents received money from anonymous people and they refused to make their bank statement because available to the auditors because they knew when they did that, then they were able to trace where the money came from. So how can you come and say the 2021 election was not rigged? What the heck is wrong with people? The audit report is outside. Oh, you think the audit report is foolish? 2021 election was rigged. How? I don't know. But you tell me what happened to those monies. If you say, oh, Barrow started election bill, tell us what happened to those monies. So you think those agents were giving money for free? Come on, 1 + 1 is not 5. 1 + 1 is 2. Alinga serious. Alinga Tonya Sabadini Bangkoka. 2021 election was rigged. How? I don't know. Demalo. But the more that in TikTok, Barrow started election be Barrow Kataten. But when you ask them about the audit report, they cannot give an answer. Next time you are telling us that Barrow started election be, why you learn more just audit report be? Oh, you don't believe in the audit report, you are just like Barrow. Because Barrow said audit report is just an opinion. That's manasi for you. But the Gambian old men analysis couple dame. Corruption alinkana ta demanding. Nying $30 million scandal, Russian oil fenko. More implicated J, they should pay the price and we should not let it go. Right now, Billy Gay Tunkara, the majority leader, about effort will make and Purka NPP la deputy will mobilize for them to block it. And when deputy in block, let's list their names for posterity. Nalango UDP deputy will look more manner mobe handla kadim block it. Had it all major advice. And most likely APRC for another deputy will, I think they will vote for this. I think. Doi, without a shadow of doubt, will be vote for this investigation. I have no doubt with Doi. In some of the independent MPs will, but Barola ni MP and in Mulme Alongo Kebalam Fofana for Kebalam Fofana Lomba, Yemel nominate, na sister Maimuna Sisa Dabo or Momala will be swing la side, but most likely until a zero they will vote with for whatever Baroya instruction amendment. Ning Sidi Nyaka Jom Jai ko Galkana vote ba vote la wala. So this is a very serious situation. Well, I told UDP Bali Amaramena from now to 2026. Malafi mojala timeline uto jang ikanyi controversial thing. Dede mo dictate la de. Na lafi da continue la fa continue. But in day me time la di la mo dantan bet Facebook auto jang ni ma stop. Ntebe block la na Facebook auto. Because more ye right to who to affiliate with. But every day ye wuli yes screenshot all the nonsense. Me along is not going to add value to United Democratic Party. In fact, it's going to drive people away from the party. I don't have time for that. Yes. At least I will save my energy from seeing certain postings. They control la, but if I don't control. Look at another character. About why you UDP fighting each other. You don't talk about it here. You see these people, how they can lie. I think you just joined the problem. Say apology, say sorry. Because this is what I'm talking about. Moha lan molan jot yen. Al munekatato la pro al kanal ka mul accuse. You join without action. Gis nga so duga platform, ni duna platform da nga deglu. Yen tamit nekala nit. Ni na platform de ke la moy le follow. Ya jiba be follow jani be fan iba embarrass la. Because ite menka jan du dega. Don't waste my time on you anyway. So let's deal with more substantive issues. Gambia. I have to send a message out here to you guys. You want to na source from afanangala be strike kande. Information all from Bukana because atifana me panic right now. Jahal ni nonsense me make within the party. It's utterly nonsensical. Akonyo go barato la mol man serious. What don't tell fana me alon kan kana ristan kan ko no diatol la. But hold on. Ano tonya lo. Akonyo ba watol la molu. Ntol me alon ko mbeddo ko lan kan ristan kan man sakunda la kulol bondi. Awol letter o me alon ko Adama Barrow bamaya katala medical treatment la. Mola bondi system kon ali alon ko le ristale. The person could have lost his or her job. Because aliye more si seje jamna akoy be investigation of and discipline measure but hani say ma mari lo because tenga fale ne ko to mari lo yalla mo fale jan because you don't we think 100 steps ahead of them because they are not smart. They think they are but they are not. The same thing with Bakari Bajila Padium scandal letter bring expose iko fana we will investigate, we'll find out but hani say kunoli wala kati imalo jumale fana letter. So melko rista ikan information di sewu sedili ani modolu kadi bayo sonko wala kadi sanajadi wala kadi modolla ye wolu ko itol fanan dolu bi jebe isaibe sila le bawon tolu we are not ready for prime time ya fo wala nyama bawon tolu da malbe ñoo josul la janabe jo fenkela tiktok or so imagine say for I'm not going to blame them because ni wol be la ristaka pour ka banko bondi yo position da malde wol be ñoo sabala ku kuntangola because ntenga wa ku kuntangola. Hey, UDP is highly sophisticated. UDP. Motekala UDP la Secretary General and Party leadership without going through process. Motekala UDP la Deputy Secretary General. For alman na campaign manager. For Karafasida la fange campaign manager. Ni woman men kono fa. What you are in for something else. Be by your sonka. Now after I fly apply. Now not apply, but now he's a member of the party. He's a card holder. But the biosong got the flag beer and deal and formula. Abitala is a selection committee yal application yele. Then they do their job. They did not announce ko based on our na cool na duko kenyari Carolon Flabier. Germany no. A new selection committee mo ta. What be the far barrier? What be the flag bearer? For not let Mali la believe in the structure. Ni party leader le tata. Germany no benga bola koma. Because these other oppositions, they cannot dictate to us what we do. Ha, nale ala usenu dabota, total support. Okay, nale manta. So let you support it. They will again support the coalition of these parties together. Because I'm hearing their discussions. They said they are doing coalition within themselves for them to say they said UDP should not lead the coalition. Mangan dega sen wahi. Okay? You go dega. But we are not desperate to say we should lead. Look, We cannot come a party with 5%, 9%. You said you should lead a party with 27%. Where is the democratic sense in that? Can somebody tell me out here? Unless I am very slow, I don't understand. They are an idiot. Either you got 5%, somebody got 25%, even in business. Somebody has got $5 million. Either you have 1 million, you are doing a merger of business. You can't make a $1 million CEO. How does that make sense? How do people think? We have our membership base bigger than you, but you said, oh, nobody in UDP should lead the coalition. No problem. No problem. But in terms of the candidate of UDP about Tala, without any no undue influence on us, UDP la system or whatever Mari Tala, with our decision-making body, the selection committee, that is the one that is in charge of selecting the flag bearer, and you know more flag bearer, whatever UDP la flag bearer. Period. No outsider should come here. We welcome your suggestions, but you cannot dictate to us who becomes our flag bearer, because I think that is disrespectful. Today, I cannot dictate to PDIS who should be the flag bearer. I cannot tell GDC. I cannot tell, oh, GMC doesn't exist because we're for na uncle my party or other MPP So, if we are serious, we can still remove Barrow. We think a 3-horse race. So, you patiol me along go be local jang isay ne nasa welcome on board. You control manjana alda Malaysia jumala bala coalition lead. Then this is my opinion. Then I am not talking as a UDP officer. I'm talking Sehu Sedili as an analyst, my own. So let me nobody misconstrue. Ha Sehu said UDP la Sehu Sedili ko teng. Hadide man awma bat on coalition. Nteban decision soto. Ni coalition kachabe kelante tarlaji. I'm not a member of UDP executive. Melbe kachakele wolbe Gambia le. Alfalbe Gambia le. Nteka na own opinion le for jan. So mo kana foko ha you know UDP la position. Let me make that a disclaimer on that. But in ka diamol memoy social media jang. Ambas ajaratu jerema bas kana wo foyede ibe kamfale kamal akon jambo kafo kana wo foye so but it all fanana together ni kulli kafo soto ye modo tela kulli kafo kono kilin tambindi woton tol fananga na kafundi ngolondi jadanga mo tambili ay ke 3 horse race ni baro da election so dol tala filal but still the baro defeat no le na say to la supporters all genuinely they will vote for them dollar supporters all for ya fay c'est baro bonni no le ideally ndebe la fri menna ndese useli aliaje len kataji TikTok live jamale to jam pour mbenga ka kilenti bambas bi janne akatan sedoti the whole of 2024 for dol kafatan kam kataji live solto bari ngajele ko menna time le waste kam ñi modol bi je ka lole fa ko ni UDP some of their members have openly said, I'm not going to mention their names, but I'll keep moile. I will not support UDP. If UDP is leading the coalition, I will not support the coalition. And they said if UDP leads the coalition, there will be no success. You heard them. I will not mention their names because some of them are irrelevant. They are just trying to be relevant. Okay? I wish they made the same loud noise when we were removing Jami, but they did not. Now, the democratic space is open, fair enough. Yeah, everybody should speak because that's the essence of the fight. Yes, but the old guard should be respected and they should not be demeaned. Okay? So that's why my bone of contention is. Why Tainak, fila ML analysis be TikTok mo le nyo sa wakanje. So comment jama bukan danjande nka be jibe Facebook or on TikTok nka nyale ka sidro. So mo le nyo sa wakanje. Why dina ubi line si pour ngeen am fi ñu am waxtaan. So I hope ne UDP members yi dinañ ma déglu ak xel bu leen ma déglu ak xol. Ñu bari fan yi dañ am nahar. Fat Njie alkajale Fat Njie Fat Njie di bantabala Fat Njie, she's very disturbed. Fat Njie fan yi yep waxut. Because membe ke kam parti ko Fat Njie man la fala. Alka Fat Njie janne aji buga chon bebe jambe mi opportunity tala. Kam fa la ajarato kontong men kata ajaratu salimasti. Janaba masla salimas inata kaira nkontanda anu ngalo ne ko duwata nyele duwata UDP yenne yeke ma konto nyeje Mr. Sanyamba konto na bak alama alla futuo kero je alama duwali jabe la melman taji mfanan sitaji bari kontanta bake alama kalo mele kungoto ani molmen bebota nam maka dal fa la UK jammo jamale nan nyalji mamande sise wolu mo jamal momo tata maka alna ta kera konon kontanta bari mbena ajaratu sali mas konton na bantaba birabi tala bunya dinna ka horomo dinna ka sarana ko akata makale o kontano warta en kundi wo bunya so on kontanta bake nata jena bay fana alama mela dimba nyaato banko di kendolete ali ajale ngane talol post mbata leads ni ajaratu jenab aminata ba fane talo kre maybe samalen bo post la because ni wato ko ben talol be post ke ni ba ko sew li o kay molbe ni drama flate ate ben tal post wala na yes but dol UDP alkaje ko it's a disagree but nin benda dami be ka ke baklen faklen de wolon leads UDP gol be ka baklen faklen na cousin senabu ñin jaay mfon la special cousin mbe konton na bake alama ali jo mo kenne ba yeah mo kendo la matinak alanke ko because of na cousin bari mbe konton na nata UK alama al be muru kayra ko ala destination o tale futaje UDP alinga kayro sabaten din damal tema alanga ke bakelen fakelendi mina line ol yele lale bari ntolla tubab du jang ani fat sen wala Finland wala ka keji ikam moljo le tra particular ndolla UK ja right now kurole be jang conservative party ñi mofi muso men bi jeten kemi mais alon ko be immigrant ol batante kan jang anda te fon wuluta janne bala din atata najira dindi mala nata jang bi wala lafta en tolu immigrant ol mel yalla man kaytol soda be bundul hatal la ñim banko kan bari bi lafta te fon bondi la jele Boris Johnson keje bari wol man ta sonka kan so mbade ngata line ol to mo jamala jointa nga dati fasen sabal la flo to le be top fasen sabal bismillah Fasen be mute le yalo ñomin Coleman technology understand ñomin Coleman technology understand de
Seku. Seku intella ko ma understand.
Imagine yeah
TikTok create.
Bari yalo ko ka ñomin gol la ko je ñame lankate ka Adama Samba police.
Yalo niya moy ko man sa Samba la police. O man salibi jelo mo kunu man solle.
Bari ñomin gol ka boyle bari bile ya boy ko denge because Adama immunity la so la kumbe immunity la babul de.
Yalo dunia saje ko. Ni ay ninke. Ninka manya na kala fawante.
Wala bi jede. Ibe jaari kebale.
Aban kala jan Seku ila programme o be kuma yarin bakel.
Abaraka.
Ka ay mbela moy kanne Gambia o kay Seku fo bala faade.
Abala fa warta de.
Gambia bala fa wartale andu yemi fo fana yabe la fo UDP koliye. Moli yake kilimoti.
Ha.
Nga Gambia je.
Tonya.
Ngake kilimoti nga Gambia je. Yaje Seku mili UDP ba usen nala nyinke ba mili be UDP nyato.
Ha.
Yela nyoyenne de.
Tonya de wallahi.
Munyata nyoyenne sabarta nyoyenne de. Wallahi ni ma munya nyoye man sabari nyoye.
Ha.
Beni ta futala dina.
Tonya.
To UDP fondinkel wilbe UDP kono. Alinga UDP mutambulu tanin fulola nganji nyoye nga sabari nyoye.
Tonya.
Patile mbe ka fundi andu UDP nga nyokano le lonji.
Ha.
Mol ka fala fa UDP ko ni be nyola. Da bondi jede.
Ha.
Ni nta jede do ita.
Edale be tula jede.
Itale be tula jede andu wala mutonya to wala be UDP kono.
Ha.
Nyin ko min ketate ba janjandi la media kono ko UDP ko le lekelo ke fen ko le ketate. Seku nta wonde ayenni yo piyale baraka nyanta.
Ha.
Kantuniaji be UDP mu kafuba minti.
Ha.
Seku bile UDP lo ngani bite ma sanji jelu. Mande ne ni nyongo je.
Hani nda woda bala jade.
Isala wo alala de marole ti. Ala fagala de marole woto manke mo sembo ta manke mo la feroti de.
Tonya.
Ka fomi ya lon ko mo wuli wulol le ka ben. E ka tulunje janjanje. Sanji jelu be wala nya.
Ha.
Wote salon ala fagale wolu de ma. Kantu hani korda ko ba kili faaki do fay bu ka nyoli.
E ka sonkale ko. Ha.
E ka sonke ka nyoli pa.
Ha.
Muso ya dimo mi fango wulu.
Ha.
De na no fankatara sunjoto.
Ha.
Man kulon folon ika kan fa kan mai na e ki sunjoto ka kan fa ka danka.
Ika danka fam. Ha.
You so le mu adama le so
ha
mo bele ju so soto so nyim man kenne na maji kuti mili ka fako UDP be ten UDP te ten UDP man chako form ta 2021 le
ha
UDP form ta kabin 1996 how many years you man le ne ya mo ko UDP ko le be nyola
ntaw ma moy de disagreement no la ka bari ni kele ma o kay ma wos
hadama di wol long hadama di mo hadama di wol doron neti kudo bi je nana tay tan namine fango juso ka futandula do tay namine fango jela wo khatar le nyanta min kele yaka ko la ina ke bulu wot andu UDP ko nyim fango diya mo le banta kantu UDP alifali finditale ya kondem
ha
ko nim pati ko tawol yake ka kondem nyamin UDP fanan fango murtale ya kondem ko nyimmin keta manyan na kena bara ketale so sai nyim fango wajwa sai nyindi ya wo ni mol tutawola woye mune falimbar wala man sakunda
ani de ekal na fatala de UDP is 29 years sanyi morning konondo sai fa next year be sanje tan sabo so iba fala ko ikoy be nyo sabol le bar foka nyo may budol ugari ala fangole UDP de ma sego ka foye taranyo kan hadama dingol taranyo kan sango kono duwondu atoli be nyokan mo nene ma fakari abula kari si ne oto nyi sinya kilo jumale be okala nene ma jikuti faya tinna ite nyanta min fale o be landi sila UDP la nyine e ko UDP e be ngole ke kelo ke taje fa UDP la mo folo to milka banko ni banko li fanka kele sako mo fola maka banko fulo legebe kelele be nyopa la sako mo fola so nyimman ke fenti mo li era haajo to pato bi Gambia be daminto ntoli nyanta min diamula wo nyanta tarla jele UDP la nyi wobe UDP la kono anda nyi wota bari fasel mela ko makono nyin tulu ko wobe be kering wala nyanta diamula di nyin tulu ko wobe be kering wala nyanta diamula mbata nga nyi moderator nyi F mute bang F formal after diamula ba F ite mute la bang fa yamra man join ay nyina bang F bi jele bang moderator ate drop du kare ate drop sorry falsen teku tonya be dami ko yaya jamme biri yaya jamme tata sanji sey ko sanji konon to yaya jamme be victoria jini se kunin adam barola nani mbite me nata Gambia le ko nyinan ne yaya jamme la bagasoru ntol nyanta wo alon na ko nyinni nyine ketawa hani bari biri nyili nata nyili nyapita wala folo kan andu wo fengol mu banko dingol leta hani bi nga kuma ko ile soto jeba hani de ngo dia mo fo talata la sa info ye ba fala ko nga moto wa fukar ma 5000 ko Gambia dingol alma tungo bula ali nga dia mu kula nyanta dia mu la minna baroy nyi banko faale daki hani puso bi moto sanna 5000 wala sana moto mi yalon ko banko dingol la fengolam yaya jamme tonya atabe tarla jeri na tara man sakunda kendo le sotota man sakunda kendo le seta jamme noto den no mi nyanta tarla jammeta mu minti way taralori banko dingol ta mu minti way taralori ngame nyili ya bele de tenyola ya be keta tonya to ni wo ben to li kum ton to li nyanta ndiya mula wala sai mo fulala kuo sa na tara fango nyim fango nte fango na tara fay ko NPP ko ni UDP ko be wala mo sa te ko baat mar ba kilim fa kili won ba kilim fa kili wala mo UDP ni wali be nyola mo do la mo haji le be woto ni wala haji be woto aja ho wala okay amba ajaratu jenaba mas mbe call la ngela message jole mbe call la ajaratu jenaba mas mbe call la ni nga ñu few calls ta mbe call la ngela message jole Facebook media ko la ko UDP ko le keleta alla wo fota tinna ji ko min be Gambia woye bo wo fota tinna be kuranta yamin ko na e bo wo fota tinna la Gambia Senegal be toro ni jihado ni ngaibo ni yankan kato min ko naibo wakala fare suko ni tilo woto min ha wonni lankan alinga fero ke ngake kiliwoti nga wo wondi nyaako se ko andi ka Gambia di ngol je billahi nimman kunimman sa falin woto Gambia be katene fo ila yomi alwan tangala wala bil kanto president na tan ko way ko itela mu fofaw
What am I do kula o banko kan ko ba fula jamu yale. Bari momo yinata andu UDP ni esingolo banko kan keta president woti. Ku follow be mun kala wala tamu limit wala.
Tamu limit constitution wala follow be raglela.
Constitution wala follow be raglela. Tamu limit wala be wala o banko kan. Ila sanyi lulu follow. Ila campaign wala be osile la de moli yele. Bari fulanja ma fanga pour ka wosoto. Ila do ku kendo le batina moli odi. Bari ka fa ko mbem batulale ni suwa ku tanga ku carte fa e boko sininding mama ni botol samba nye dundi moli kan ma sukuro samba gambia carte fa ila la ni nyame ngali fera ali kunin sanji taworo ban ko mi ya fa wosoto je mo sela carte ke so di mola man ani mani boto wuli tanu ima nyande la carte ke so di la mola ana mani boto kilim tulumbi don kilin dal so wuli abala fa warta la ni ku ya warata nto ndani folaje seku ala baraka abaraka bake alama alayejo isan wala si e bulu tanni flola nyoka mbariye gambia leje ibe diya mu kan gambia la kuola ni fali ngo keta o banko kay keta fen soto la moli man min
wallahi
keta fen soto je moli be wala soto laji ni ka kayro le nyini je oto momo kela hajo bule kalo gambia la kuola alama alayejo
amin ya rabbi
alama gambia e falin anda kana fo mo ko may kembe nya
amin ya rabbi amin ya rabbi
Ema yudi be celebrate. Na foko bilam katana persida wa kalindi. Alama ala yake.
Amin ya rabbi.
Abaraka yemo.
Abaraka for Sensable Helsinki, Finland. Thank you so much. La diamo beri adam. Badi ngol albe la me kam banta bala current affairs show la me call us on the segment. Ajara to Janaba Mas may call la le. Just give me a few minutes. May call la with the other phone. But brother Ibrahim Job, title on the next caller.
Yeah, say how benyadi.
Ene mbara benyadi. Mijande fombe weather hot weather me enjoy kande tirobe kande rembe enjoy ka alfana ya kande yale bi oh that's good Mad. That's good.
So they be for a new world. You nanin kelo. UDP jante careful about. Yaje when it comes to Gambian politics saying more jante hakilo tuba. Yaje moment kala Gambian ola bake iman Gambian ola. Yaje in kabin last election of yin sifar ka kurkur la ka succeed. Ya nyenne ke yenke tribal solti jang manke tribal solment. Ye ika more bula ika more neng ke fanke UDP in quality. You know the last election. Ye nyenne ke la kino ikombe more by the Gambia kono last election. You be kita Gambia la kono. Yi more tatali ndine la kina jonal be neng. Ako jumala mate ako UDP in kono mate. Wata UDP in kono tati abota Adam Barrow. Yalong tol UDP ko nyanta ko krine understand janin tol damal be class son kala ni son ka bambalola nyanta lo nan ko di large forces tol ni wala be kelo tona because tol ni men be nyola wala tol ni the whole government system wala be kelo UDP nyanta wala lon tol ni baro da mamata EBB man nyola the whole system because system where alone ko ne UDP not what are they capable of. When corruption could down baby done from police them can go everywhere that you know they know there's going to be changes there.
Yeah.
So when la fero be muneke when la fero mumuneti kabin sai when mko alnga tribe nga problem odundi yul damalti. Yeah, even
okay.
6 Mome alone kola ke paramilitary ke guy like the police mukatere la meeting also nothing absolutely in video killing fintin and bang eko UDP ko le haina ibe kelon show me one why this one now muna atina molte mira la muna atina nyinketa sai because nyin nena bukake nyin nena make UDP ko kabin 1996 winning sign tema jumal de ne aje like ko UDP ko be kelon Mome police book guide nothing absolute. What book can damage to side one thing like UDP people filling state to like UDP ika video in the puka ko UDP ko be kelo. For can so the social media fan. Go. Gambia no UDP ko nyanta nyamen nel ko the way ntolla mol be tolla mol kono nyamen it tol faranda mol be tol kono wala nyam they can create all kind of problems me ya lon ko mol be UDP ko to non dilala mede nyinke kakeloke is wrong bari kanyim be jika faran kata kala UDP ka me ya lon ko one time in the video fit like ko UDP ko be kelo Sunday is wrong. What I said until we need to put our house in order. Kajeko like in the let's start from Mbe Muta, Mbebe Sula la Yorale, Moti Meano, you can go if I know Ikafloma.
Yeah.
UDP Golden London.
Yeah.
But in jail, like you coming in Kelo, Wallahi, Meniaki, Alangane Dabao Jube, Mbitala Diamond. Me inte varan be nguli afule bi ngana jobe bi tarla dame sini sama ika foye ini mo war nin kelta o ini feketa de ina jobe lakin bi tarla dame ngo ñu ne plan for long time because yenke violence support in a particular hari ya jamira time ya jamira kam ina mo UDP is a
hold on Mr. So you just more be am kan
more ma UDP je kelo more than UDP kill loud nacho, but always play economic for how they are violent party. Two things they call it the violence and tribalism. But women are party like most of our leaders, like from the leadership, it bear more seed on it. It is a tribalism chikaika la wonka. So unte fee, unte la miro chide. Yen men je kelo la tente ya video ya fin like social media tente. Let's watch. That will say everything that we need to know about this fight.
Okay, Abaraka Mr. Job. Call us on Daniel TikTok. I have to go to the United States now. Cross to New York and Jennifer Massamana. I made a battle. So I find your opinion speak on the show. Then after I'll go back to TikTok. So yeah. No. Hold on, Mr. Soul. Hold on. Please, hold on. Ila fengo mute. Mala. Okay, nalbe Jennifer Masdalaji alafa ko mbata kaneka call. But okay, she's gonna call me back. Okay. She says she's gonna call me back. Okay. So ite mole tarajam fana malam fo lafta diam la lebang. Efo ibe je lebang. Efo. Okay. Moderator ngame nyanda Efo jindela. Maybe I come down to join by mistake because Marco Manikan a few times. Maybe I should drop. Maybe I dropped a joint telephone call. Marco Daka joint. So then Mr. So you can have the floor. Okay, Efo ibe je lebang. But you have a lot of noise. Therefore, you cannot talk like this. So, Mr. So, go ahead. Sam So, go ahead. Okay, for moderator, okay. Sam So, go ahead, please.
Okay, but you know, women get an up the Kaji, Kunanga being Taravan Pajama. Told be UDP, taking care of mistake understand what it. Told be, UDP, Muntul be can't do it. So, Mr. Anasanyana, Mulka Mutakas into the document was it. No, Fasi Savarino, Alakuma way back. And no Nakodoki for another Diamo could do it in Afanakuma back. Musula Nintino, Kara, Ya Booty, Ya Internet, family Babula Kono.
It ever mean tole, Mr. So, Banku Jumale.
Italy.
So, Italy chapter. You did Italy chapter. I let you did Italy chapter.
No, every day, me you did Italy chapter. Every day,
Jamala Vice Chairman.
Vice camera, it is the vice camera. And the mom camera, so now I'm kidding.
No, Mr. So, you said you are part of the UDP Italy chapter, right?
Italy chapter.
Okay, hold on.
No.
Mr. So, lamay bang, lamay nga nyo lamay. Inge nyinin kale. Iko you are part of UDP Italy chapter. Nga may yolo.
No, I'm talking about UDP part of the chapter. We are family UDP.
No. Listen, Iko you are part of UDP. You are part of UDP UK chapter.
I may understand. So you can come in UDP kafo soto janne. Ebo kafo indola.
So more killing to on your JML you are affiliated in No, Mr. So, you are not being honest. Sorry, I got to go. You gotta go. Okay? You gotta go. We are not here for gimmicks. We are not smart. Look. We study psychology. You know why I'm buying this person is not sincere. He's not a UDP supporter. Hey, if you are coming to Bantaba, you need to be smart. You tend to outsmart Lano. Dollar brain, we are too sophisticated for that. Alafrana like Imaya diamo that they have menketa fenketa anybody. Alafrana like to kanyin diamo yin ko dol fitina wala nga interject. Ya understand? First of all, I can't have a UDP Italy. Imangola vice chairman or long Bamba's here, Bamba, wala namba fenketa, Bamba's commentary chapter. Something I don't know where he was going. That's why I got dropped. Look, Alcana Jang Albemol Chahan where you guys don't even support, some of you don't even support UDP. You understand? Another Yalkal from this guy's content. Y'all don't need another jang. I phone them onto the UDP. But you can, I will give you floor to speak. Yeah? Another man UDP, you can say your view on this, but you don't come here pretending that you are a UDP supporter when you're not. That's why I got dropped. Lamin Fofana, go ahead, please.
Anyways, I'm going to go back and think I'll come and back to the OC. But understand I'll go from being address Ming Ketaning meeting planning. Okay, the good me along conte from I knew we are back because the from Malam member hearing. There is a wonderful group now. I think it called I told them from Jados Kanyininka, a message was and Kanyininka, never caring. Because mom video you understand because social media platform we are see ad Jamales. So I couldn't get a minute in the whole on Kuala, let's focus. I just wanted to know what was going on, but now that I do for a for life face here and problem or sort of I don't know how to do it. It is come here and go come in Canyosa was here was more because Musul Posi falso to Nita program Dualto, don't was here on Mutala or stuff like that. I think Atandico, Mario Atandico is here and program or sort of. So another fendo for about Muso, come on, go the under Jani Muso near problem of Minsuto, UDP loud Cafonian Kono. You know, one thing cool name Tata Nyami, Bao Musolong, and another family long back home, so certain things beyond and like that. At the same time, for the man the Malafana video, I mean, UDP has to do something.
Okay, my brother, I just want to address something here. Yalong Melbourne Yole Bemu Musoleti. Amanga go Musoni Kele Kelera. They all so let's not emphasize too much that Naloneko assault is wrong. But I'm not going to go into the details of what happened. Something happened there. So we know the picture. But I can't imagine. So Melbe Jam Musolda Mal kuma manele for Noye. So yes, the assault is wrong. But Mr. Mane, Mr. Fofana, this is what we said. We condemn what happened. We condemn it now. It's wrong. It should not. Nobody can.
What I want to say is like the advice I'm giving to all the UDP sympathizers. Well, the moment I look at UDP support. Now let's feel friends with all aside. I can ask about UDP.
Exactly.
Because now at the end of the day, I mean, if UDP blame opponent that because I get a UDP meeting blood. So ning momo ya lonka ni momo individual problem also because we book by group work on more kacha jelenka and kanyo about certain things like so new about them ala dia ma make but you don't have to go to the meeting ground I mean kelo ekeje or dole na video that or stuff like that amanya like to be honest amanya like
okay
like so ming tinya da kay mo al ngaji ba ko nyim bada dala nya because fatum mold me alon ko de ka flow plan I met a UDP support. I'm a UDP support can be big time. Now, for do I think I think I told you from wali jini wa kala fenko ko ma akamfata la fa ko boje ko da MPP. I don't know how to do
but my brother, can we focus on other issues, please? I don't want us to focus too much on this. No, Mister, listen, please. We have no Lamoy. No, listen, Lamoy. Allow me to control my show. I said
mumo yalon ko yetol menton ko nyin kono wolon director so dani min yalon ko they are on the ministry wol be nakata they found them on one thing wol be nyante bailal wol manyano do ko kala game mo.
Thank you.
Yeah, you okay mo nyante kala ni as long as they found them one thing sak. I mean, one of the law and the for like a lot. I'm thinking of
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fofana. Thank you for your time. Okay, Madam Sane, you have the floor now, please.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Baraka Asehu. I know you're dealing with so much of this situation along. Honestly, Ninga Gambia, Gambia, I didn't nimbe take a problem to me along. It should be problematic for anyone.
Yeah.
I'm a full mandia. Gambia selling along na banko biji tata nyami. Abalafa warata, niku warata, adipaso warata. And people are not taking that as a priority.
No.
And then in the sense control to me from the opposition or to when we should focus on our main objective, secure la nyami, save la nyami, safeguard la nyami. Just gala problem on what you want from one resolve for.
Yeah.
$164 million me alonko asset value. One from a record totally will it and the but me tata other crime agencies or the will record of influence will triple out. So what we chanting, we don't even know what the situation or whatever nakele water. Yeah, it's be more my long it can be trenchment like gala but that page is now disabled.
Yeah, gala ibela group WhatsApp but by also go I can think the parliamentary inquiry.
Admin all day see the Mondays comment no.
Oh really? So it's only for admins now, not
only for admins.
Oh, okay.
So man comment there. I don't admin for the kudo lesson about other agendas. Bante, I'm worried. I don't even know what's happening. The zeal and the spark and everything is draining down. I understand. You go for being in Samami for you watching from Gambia. I'll tell you Johnson Auto, Kafu Damin to a malon for platform in Kondile Family. It's on the paperwork, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Now, Johnson or more man to apply for Geo, or Kono more area to it be more. I don't how many millions of dollars will spent was slow. One form of commerce for. And what could be? Will mini beta, will do a mini beta. The also on the COVID-19 from Solo, Monacate. Nyan diplomatic passport sagal nimbe gurman in Gambia, Chinese sold 350 something, 35 million or more. Kudo, you can't corruption about Kumasala Muntoli and Ibadan Muntoli. And now we're talking about another new European oil again. It's too much. They'll follow oil matami alonko far finita, more Malamunat license surrender, having already established for we have great potential. We have great potential and to know whatever number. And all of a sudden you cancer. Just like that. You don't get it. We have a problem watching me along at the far in the system and we don't understand why Gambia will know what I priorities will make sure the new banco bondi barobo. No one will allow Masali was selling what do I mean?
Yeah.
But instead, many long come together for the support of our government and ourselves and citizens. But no platform is very depressing. To see our opposition on Volta, and even anything like UDP 24/7. About UDP, no one can go without UDP. Why a platform to the movie? Being on UDP, then what a now UDP, no being one of the platform. So the fact important, you work at UDP. Several times, this lady, she's so smart, and on a platform, they've always said this out. In as much as I believe for UDP cannot go alone into parliament, but similarly for now, UDP, others should also come and join hands with them. Simply because no problem on you among Bailey what among UDP what it, but I'm here to Fanawa. So every day problem will be into water and telling me the irrelevant from community topic. Every day.
Sakoni UDP la negativity mo. What the end?
This is it. And it's so sad and so unfortunate.
Dol tamita fanja wala le.
Some of the issues if I take from the platform to more 20-30 people
Them I understand from UDP members all from sharing this video and I don't just get it.
And we're not going the way we should. Can we sign 2026? I see it already. And in as much as Barola department or the mixed can take it could be a sort of a tactic or whatever, and suddenly for a minimum.
Alanying Spielberg with the NDP.
Yeah, I believe that you will need that a new negotiator in some other sense, and he's an incumbent. He's got money, he's got all tactics and connections.
Yeah.
We have a lot to go, and we're not focusing. For the last 3-4 weeks, 1 month of capital, there are any substantial provision like me along with substantial challenges along on our platforms, Gambian or Yalong, face. We're not doing it, and we're not discussing that to the individuals me along, but they are outside of the party. Because UDP, they are loyalists, you need to now look outside of our parameters to ensure
So, Madam Sane, what do you expect out of this parliamentary FPAC report on this $30 million scandal?
No, it is very damaging.
There is another scandal that's just been brought to my desk. My report now source for like message today. That is another scandal. More read later. More with the Nigerian and high-profile people are involved. So this is another scandal, just different from this oil scandal. This country, every day you hear scandals. What a scandalous government! This government.
Yeah. And the thing is, understand by now, Baroye Funti as a president and tell the nation what has gone wrong. I need situation and he should come out again and tell us what has happened. because these are assets of the country. You have those people still in power and still operational in our system. And it's about time we take the country in our own hands, meaning we have to come together. It is a sad situation. Near corruption, and then the parties that are involved, the organizations, any institutional, they are government themselves, any external force, external organizations, they rely on them for trustworthiness and ensuring that they should guard our assets. It is too sad.
Yeah.
It's too sad. In the Gambia in 2025. All the sidelines and guards and all mechanisms sort of in place. Who can you for someone finishing the mole and you stop it when you can. But honey, 650,000 every month and selling our nation selfish behavior. And so another thing about me explain a lot of time. There was this anti-corruption bill there is a section there. There is a section there. Barola government in draft constitution. They said any corruption that occurred between 2016 to 2024, the date when this new draft constitution is coming out, they may not be held responsible for, and that is very, very serious.
No, that is true. That's in the Barrow draft. Or they got immunity after they leave office.
And why should we
that's in the Barrow draft. That's why UDP wants to reject this constitution because
why should any Gambian not talk about this? Why it is constitution? It is banko mara. Yeah, Italy banko held muta inyanta muta la nyami kante. One different mawa to sit and yanta return. It ain't enough for what thing sooner kewato. Not tilimbali yakige. Not Sakundala for Baga for Bay Janja, the Atanyami. What on your work was it and into Motaja, Momanya and Yininkala Wokodo. Momanya Chatla Wokodola.
Total madness. Yabatele
Why for someone we should redress these matters. And unfortunately, between baby bearing and every day we're talking about the most.
No, don't be Madam Sane. Well, every day UDP lato. Nobody on the sign. Sign I'm used to it. They sign to okay, integral talent. They abugante border because Ninga long for they will Nima UDP from oh, what the heck? What happened today? My friends are not talking about UDP now. What happened?
And if we're talking about the problems in that country and how to get it out, citizens will not go. Well, if I'm day in, day out, 24/7 problem. Well, but I give you some killing. We don't fat. We don't fat. I mean, the betam below some everything. Health system also to me along continue to be into enjoy.
Yeah.
So and then employment for the diaspora and then in TikTok, we're not helping the situation.
Yeah. Abaraga, thank you so much, Madam Sane. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. Okay, Man Janaba Mas Soto, Director Janaba Mas, if you are listening, I tried to call you. You wanted to contribute, but not a busy time. But Lamin Gago has been on, and we got Hamadi also. Hamadi something is here. And FO, please, FO, Nimanda Diamla. FO, you've been here for a long time. So moderator started in the Natamanta Diamla because of the space occupied. FO, you there? Yeah, moderator, you got him Jindi. FO Jindi. I feel like you're wrong passing all the Jindi. Man of our life and Jindi. I made you Jindule. Lam El Gago, please.
Yes, Ego.
Enembara.
But come here now for doing email and for coin do hanging the
no summertime boko more na for don kan franka yom boy ndele yalon sa Gambia mo be mu youth leti sa youth hani
no because we are not that dole no konyin non demalo fo ndunga li fo leta ba malo because mfa wata jelal
sa hani dol keba ko do bal frankam fa yom boy ndele de fo onde ago dol paring ol frankam fa Gambia mobe mo youth leti sai. Seko mala mo youth dawe ngam defana me kala youth le de. Diwa ngajele ko yen do male ke fo NPP la youth mala nyaadi ti.
Yeah, gacha on the Ghana Diamo the Siano because now the new plenty that but a pap for the 20 strike and
Okay. Okay.
Gaya Yakatabaga Purkana Purka Diamo Equal Lamin Gambia. I don't Gambia Mano Munebe getting gay, but until Fan Lebem Fantic Jet come. The Gambian government. Nimaza Kunalka Conco Lebulan de Molla. Konko e muta e pare ni del pare de la kol kala wat menna ye na ye hani demanding dia why say dictator le take because it left them all cartera because he can ka kodo dia o ka fen dia yani this is happening in 2016 na alkalo mun na kodo telete ndoma adoma mun na friend nete so na dal kamake.
Okay, Namera Gago has been distracted by the kids. I think I found all of it. Didn't only not jahas. So while they is there, I think let's go to no, thank you. Not your distraction also. So GMG, go ahead. GMG. Okay. Okay, GMG for the Monday. In the meantime, let me just receive some of the news mail on while there is another scandal. Some Nigerians, not source in Kenya, I have suffering read okay? Just verbatim read. So there is another scandal. There's another scandal. Some Nigerians were caught by the Delta unit of the Gambia Police Intervention Unit with lots of counterfeit money, dollars, 6 laptops, lots of iPhones, and a lot of Samsung. Lots of people were mentioned. Okay, about it, a lot of people were mentioned. Boa Sedi, Central Bank, Yankoba Dabo, GRA, Ablai Sanyang, and some senior police officers called for them to be released, but they didn't. So Ngama Safanyambari, I think what he's trying to say is, what the individual is trying to say is, he or she, I don't want to compromise my sources, right? What he or she is trying to say, another scandal, Gambia, allegedly, Nigerian only muta, they call the Delta unit of the Gambia Police Intervention Unit, where muta with counterfeit money, you call it kunta dollars, laptop war, iPhone jama and Samsung jama. I come jama le tobe folk and you but mala mean full involved for the Gambia Police Force command called bla so German Senea. I have safanya men carried wala jama. I got a lot of people mention. Governor Central Bank Boa said these are allegations, okay? And then Yankoba Dabo, GRA, you know, Kato mentioned Ablai Sanyang, Mealongo, the same Ablai Sanyang implicated in the Russian oil scandal by the FPAC, the former IGP, now the Interior Minister, named not again on this. Ako police wala kunto jama fana media will be commanding wala police c'est ñu bula ñu me mutatem because ñi cartel ñi groupe maybe le case ñi norma baake to mando kunu kumbal to be funtilal so ngamara abe wala fokan jang ako this is different from the fuel scandal involving some of the Navy officers, State House personnel, and the GRA people, including one Ibrahim Job, the late Baba Job's younger brother, but he's bailed. So this is some of the information that sources close to the corridors of power are sharing this information with Bantaba. The case is with the military police. There one boy called Sniper, the real name is Jiba, a police officer from the State House, already confessed that he bought the Sprinter vehicle. So Kibaro Lebenak and Barola government always scandal upon scandal. This is different from the oil scandal. It got scandal dole for another scandal happened. Probably Bajala Washington Gambia report if they got the information. So this is fresh scandal from the Gambia. Moldol to for the iko mome alonko ikafai ko ala ko ikafai sniper, but ala to tonya from ikafai the jiba. Iko police officer Martin Mealonko State House allegedly. Iko reportedly confessed iko kai Sprinter vehicle in Sunday at the Sunday. But ye modole fananko iko Navy commander Sambu Barrow is very good person. A lot of dollars was taken to his table and he rejected it. So source in Kafuko, but Modobe kono ikomo mo kendolity, ikafa Navy commander Sambu Barrow iko kodi jamale samba but reportedly iko ya refused le iko man na kodo jintala. So natla nyimu tonyati people like Sambo Baro, that's commendable. So ntol bija neka tonya for kana nyame mbuka mu to kumani kibarol sama nanka fude wala nyama. So iko Sambo Baro ikorol sambate ale reportedly kada manya na kodo jintala. Iko 102 Job State House. Allegedly, he's also part of it. So this is just information that is coming through to Bantaba. So men of sources all turn to La Mele Alongo, they really feed us this information. But all a man secunda corruption of the foreign tap. Itele ka foko bid pare katala. Wala te na kan I read le ninga jibe oppositional damal be nyolo. We have a lot of talking issues. You can have one topic at a time rather than you are so much preoccupied making UDP your breakfast meal, making UDP your lunch and dinner. Okay, so if you want to eat food, you want to have good appetite, there's a lot of variety in the Gambia political corner. Put that on your table. I told me you're on TikTok, and then you can have a nice meal. The Gambians would like to see you enjoy that meal. But you have to UDP kelela meal tea, breakfast. Okay, so I just share this information. Iko Ismaila Job, about Dolba Fogan TikTok ko. Iko abota jara katakana. Okay, ngabara jara katakana. I don't know whether I pronounce that properly. So, but anyway, thank you so much. Ngamur back to the audience for them to say. Lafra ambassador, lafra na mbare musola call. But I'll try for it next time. Then not na modo se diamu because she did want to speak. So, laminga go sai pareta leba. Karantaba. I love the karantaba for jara karantaba. Okay. Okay. Lamin tanga nen jana ba mom pare den nga modo siga. Okay, it seems Geneva is still busy. Okay. All right. Lamin it said I'm no. Lamin it ever be busy in. Okay, Madam Sal. Okay. Moderator model financial Fanta Dabo Jawara is here. Madam Fafana left the Amale. But FO, it got to request Senla, but Ibuka Diamu. Fanta Dabo Jawara, you have the floor, please. But I'm a model wall for TikTok like all Selendi. Fanta, you there? Okay. Fanta is muted. Maybe I have a there. So, Madam Sale, it looks like Modo Malafidiamla. You have the floor if you have other things to say. Janing Modo. Okay, Madam Sane for dropped. Okay, Alabaraka, thank you so much. Albela Mekam Bantabal on callers with also Lamin Gagula Bejam, who is doing child duty work right now. The new about allergy, so Atemandiamono. So Malton Maljela. But Kibarol men not a wolam. The reports for the General President Mamadi Doumbia, General Mamadi Doumbia, the military leader, I'm only Gambia. Pro registration of a junior nationals in Gambia. But I don't know whether these are allegations. Iko NPP lama Jumalo will be responsible in this is out of bounds because there is no damn business of NPP supporter registering junior nationals in the Gambia. So Ginekana president's election, I think they want to do this transition from the military role to civilian role. But for General Mamadi Doumbia from Pudala as a candidate, come counterparty in for Gabon Lomba Malong. Malong Fafana Medala, but they're having elections soon. And his name is gonna be there. I most likely, Afana Meya Javela style Afana uniform of Bondela low. So Gambian or Guinean register. And this is really an insult to us. If the Guineans in Gambia can vote, don't know from the diaspora in the Gambia, and Dollar National Assembly, NPP will control the Kato file, Yalom Fila. The Gambia is here. I don't know who is this. The Gambia.
Assalamu alaikum salam
Fatu Wale, Bismillah.
Yo, so mang tiama be anu do good lan kita nan do kapanan do good lat. Para ngani nam way tay men tay la man tamem fola teng. Abe kere ne andu. Okay, Fatu Wale, if you don't mind, but Sister Jenna Bata, she is calling me back because she did ask for the floor. What am I busy? Nima mind right? Not that. Ajara to Janaba Mas. Yalan de buka hanying ala jol ning ajara tol muka hanyal nyade.
mantara level kilim bal tol tata makala bumba ton tol manta atol me fonga priority di atol la amin ya rabbi amin na ajarato le sali a kondonye je mba kondon kan janno malon faya moyle bam you know aya moyle papreta apply no problem for ya find kay ko na moyle moy ba ci bam oh thank you yeah se ho kay yalo be ko be ko la be na be ko be ko akawunta ko yalo ko suru na e baba na tamita dawda ko ngol yawo so yidi do le yawa wala nante ko kany mol bi rek beni yalo ko ko keta yidi do ba janjatire be ko mol folay be fatma dal ko mol bi so oh my goodness nte ko ke play because you don't respect you did be the party at the Gambia ko na me yalo ko ñom tawale ñom tam party on ya ni Gambia la street ko le ka bo di yidi be ñom tawale na party ki ya fale do last time parce que men keta yidi ya na man ke party natra party for what I PVP la Gambia men keta yidi ya na man ke party so be ya ni be yidi on la political bali political ko man tan ngi ya understand man tan ngi so to la ni time on ni wol nyaali yeleda an party ni fanan wol nyaabe lori na kan yaaja da ba ka wuri ka yidi kasike ya la woni ati bara ko le da you put it Gambia me yalo mota ke no ne party so yo le cha ko ke malo ko na janne ko ma oh maybe okay yeah maybe na jannam
okay so UDP ko le ke Gambia me yalo mo ne to fana sala ko parce que te dictateur si to ba me ko ya jame ko denke ko mo yemu trouble mo be mu dai la ko be mo faale be mo to tela be parti de be la sibol ni be do ko te ke la Gambia bi mo parti so nini mpati mesende ngol benu yaro ko parce que wallahi man tara fe ya fawla de pati yo dol pije wallahi UDP fana da samo na ta propala la ta prosa la bari dimme ne ta yo dimme la ke na yo UDP tan te tela stand moment ye yaro ne ba yo ko mo be ki ko lo ko mo be ala opinion ya opinion o me ta ku ke o man tara ya fa UDP to la de pati yo men yaro ko hani la su ko lo ko fa be man tara pati yo be wuta banyo le hani la ko di mo fa be banyo ko hani la ko di mo fa be man tara pati yo be to sa banyo in general ya understand so pati this fan na yaro hani ka su ko ti bulo ko ka su be pati ti bulo ko du wol be ro la ni tiktok ko be ro woni te be ko fa le ko bi se wali kana na time we santa ko wol jaar kana na time parce que that's what they can do ko yaro ko fa be ima UDP takik doro UDP ka fiye ulay jabe doro bol taro na ko de silvia so ikala pe ko yalo bi fana be jade nga musu ni doro jata ko kala fa fana do wuri de jada ko be fala ya understand after UDP ko nyame be dira ni last election o nga ka sinyo dara ko nyame be dira nga sikan to be kala mota bulo ko no be de je hali mo staba mo fa man tra ko no campaign be fa mota bulo ko bibi da ko lem ani UDP ika wala mo ni barati hali mo ki buka ja bulo ko no ngaro ne pa ko ka mo ndare so why din yepa to kuni no yepa to kuni wo de la sta bol ye e fara je Facebook ya ro ko fara ba kan yo drum you come and attack
UDP how long
why you come and attack UDP because UDP is the giant is the biggest party and Gambia be xam nañ ñu ñoy party bo xam ne ñu ñoo fi mëna daane
so sako jeda ba ni mol attacks na clean follow me danko na me fanan kalo ne ko ñu man tela time so
because muna tine ko ke andum galo sign ala na ta kan fa ko fata ba ke ko ci ko la kala benje kan ko fata so onte be mol danga be ngi pati mesen digol men yaro ko mote bulo kono i manke hanin din janga ya mo hanin sintete way to wala be tedleri hani ma futa no da fado ko sa kon ko bali sa tadi kakaya so ay fanan kana o ya be ni temu ba o ngero dia wala sa ba ko fana ba ti sana sa ila kana temu Iman wala ko si ba ko na way fanan tambi ba ta
no ko na o sila sa inde
ando wala ko le bay dina so kana ila tay mo wi sa
no jena ban dego stop juna le fam dego stop juna
thank you because you can feel pour ka bol campagne so moment ki campagne akala fe na ti state kam fandite na kam fa ya jabi so moltina so wa ga mena ko gisun ko tonde ko fay
lan gis waaw
latest ko yudi do ay di yange saga fe ka kula pus nga saga ko ko musi ko na bito da pare te yudi bi mo am ñun ñoy de bilay ñun ñoo am Gambia ñoo mëna daanel ñoo mëna ikati ñoo mëna def fu nekk social media bi ñun suñu dina da ko comment dron ko ka fala ka de la ko gisuma ci wala ka lo ka so I don't blame them because we love the people mo be ñabe no ko leka ñoo ko mëna def te we can do it and we gonna do it because nga message yo set baro ni ele brava da presidential election auto nga message yo nga wake up call baro yo receive state house la no ko inshallah ni election ka yidi be pare ni ñame men ka tati keno la andu ali nga lam fanna ba ngalo ko dimbe la fete na lantan ni banko bandi ba dimbe mala da ko ni pati momo 6 people 20 momo 5 people jana pour ko le son do ke tanyara yidi bi fana manyala son wala
ani da son wala say ko
yudi be lu ante den ko he den ko fa har den ko lijante den ko he den ko fa har den ko lijante ak lu leer nañ ba pare ak suñ plot yi len ko lijante ak suñ posi suñ pocket yi suñ xaliss yi jëluñ ben xaliss business man bo xamne dañoo wone ki mo yor budget bi di ko finance ñun ñoo de dugal suñ posi yi ko indi dala ci seen fulani bari ñu am fondé ñu indi ñu dajale ko mom la pati bi tuddé mo tax pati bi am parquet ba pare pati la bo xamne tamit kenn ni do jogu breaks mu mer rek ñoo ne benn pati lo lon kay leen non pati bi dafa important ci di fay mo strict ay góor ay jigéen ay dëgg mel ni ñoom ay sukay naka ñu mel ni ñoom ajiyan seka ñoom ajiyamu daw yaagu ñoom ka ca jawra ñoom adam ba jigéen yi mu jigéen ñoom saade ko ngan saane wala wulita seetu ne jigéen ji ni olof la ci soose la te parti te nga gis suñ parti bi ci position yoo xam ne jigéen yi ko amee yëpp jigéen yi olof lay te ñun jigéen yi soose toppa seen gannaaw suñu yaay yaa ngi toppa seen gannaaw kenn musu ko dégg ñiiroo ak ngaaro
wallahi
bu ñu leen de jaabat fi ñu tompaleen parce que Gambia léegi suñu ñu toogee gis ko teg ci seen bët ba pare naan ne c'est la partie nangam la buñu leen faale dara lu ñoo wax loolu wax nañ ko ba mu leer loolu moom kenn ku ne parti sos la ma ne la ya am nga raay nga wax ko nag soo ko tee yaa xam waaye ñun ñu di parti bii nii soosee jaab odof mankaañi kon xeet bu nekk Gambia sarawula ñu lépp ci parti Gambia la parce que ci ay dajaloo jël dem oo la daa ba keram ne ko yow ne ñooñu odof pol toog joola njaawo baafa te am naa baafa jami suñ koñ na nekk yëdi joodaal ñoom ñëpp ñoo ko xool parti bii léegi ni moo jaaxal ta ni den koole sono tema fa kana ke banda be kela to let na pat na xosule luñ am tay de ko liggéey luñ am tay de ko liggéey dañ ko am ko ñew leen ngeen ànd ak jàmm salaam ñu pousse baro bu daal ñu amee suñu Gambia bo ñëpp soxla ñëpp xëj yooyu ko national check bi ñëpp yegg ci sa bopp parce que yu di ko taxaw te loolu duñ ci wel moo tax duñ tontu baax ne ko des nañ ci suñ buggee buñ ko ci plus wala sa borom tuba rek la man ne ñu di bi ñun topp ñëpp loolu on diggantaan jaay ñu xaasi yaati ya jaxano ci tolle ko bi Gambia bi ko tebe mo daani la yene ka fuy bu kenn des gannaaw suñu daw bu parce que kenn nga war nga try pour nga nekk ko history bi suñu ko nekkal
Hamadi, can you be muted, Hamadi, please? Hamadi on TikTok, can you mute, please? Hamadi, can you mute, please? Moderator, unmute bang. Noise canal aside. Okay, thank you. Ajaratul, go ahead, please. Sorry.
So ni baro bay state out parce que baro le beti ñaaro men nambe ñaaya jere corruption scandal to do ne ko janna banko na fu be kasara ta fete banko ka molbe tora kam konko be mol sibento jibe $500 ne mira wala sebo ite ko be committee bot na de sanga
$500 kana baro kijo faranda ko abata ba fla jena ba ko sibento mo $500 leti
I'm sorry $500 I'm sorry $500 so when you any ko report na lisa no $2,000 leti ite me mo yalo ko tela sara liman tambe $6,000 or $10,000 la ite mari ni ko be ko ngol la ite be dimbal be ko be do moro kele ali nga paro bay ni manke ko han stable servant ko banko bele be coral inside parce que na be te ko se ko tela baru nyame nyate be Angleterre bar ko jelle ke tela bunda ko
he asiata
ko jede ka sulete so ke fa wala haajo do katara la sometimes si ma bo dolma idin dole ku ya parce que do ba menele nyata
dole ka kam fe kamale fa e camera be buli ma di la
ita bere fanan kero ko si fanan ti bale be puta ko be fanan kero so simin kero wala mi ko tolbe men kero be ka fyo ma ngadi am gambien koli na baro bay ko be la balu ya sono ya isa jente ngon torala mo ta frate ku kera nyoy bara a bi ma be wo senyamen ko man tara diari mo moy gambia kono mo patatale de so be men folo mo le wala mi ko nyon ko me sawo be be facebook ko tiktok ko funding chol
ya bula
indi wala ma ali ni diamu kunta wal kura ali ni diamu si fa yu me diam ko yudi bi ko lede ni moye te diale to re ba fa la ko ina de mo di lat this se we te bi te ko di sa ta fa ko pe do se ko se ko ne di ro ba fa se ko di jena be nyone ma
ya
ani se we te din te me te ta ko dia te tina ke tina pre ba fa se wa pre ngera ba ba ne drum ba ko ka ta mo le fa so nyanta ko fa ni yanto create la fayde ne ala taran da mali ko di mo la ta ko ngiro ngaro ke mo create ke biga pasinte
true
iba mari da lexino na iba mari kulula le yo ta ko ni mame da ba mari kulula na be ta mari be kala nyanda fa be ba ko plan ko sa ta be dela ima da wala na party da ka fuko adinga fisa anyo tipan da ji ko na karola ga yo karandi ba be ka na tembe tikpata no adu to lebe suti ari ke mo na sai so na bi kol men yalo ko ka tema ali kari kete wala sta dan tema na ko ta par ko se nyole da ta be ni sa sto
bar gena ba janin ke bula rek nga kibaro sele ko talibo ko njira kaba afam prepare akane pour kana UDP man ko nasi dega talibo is very clever yalo wala ka fonte badi ngol fo UDP le defo bitam UDP ngol so nyimbe aba fon la prepare akande
man ake ko in general ko ko be malu ko ngen kay tenne don ke fa ari ngalo no ko be so ta ko ay don ci amul men yalla ko ni dara ko lebe podi la na yena na dinial fa may imam je ko may imam mo ji damba imamul men ga le podi ko man sa kero mo kala parona ta ye to ko tum ko le je je bi parole ko to kayra ba ko le diamol bo die ko le ko andu natara dum ko te de tu jere ke be tan la jati mo parce que ado fara masati ko de ngaku sandi sai ko de ma be o sandi sana de ko ma de ko kana man sa soso to ke bari te ka diamu jumale le ani aka abal fa ma ta gambia
imam babalina bonyolo nga imam babalina bonyolo
imam sifal me ga ko ito man se nu fere nigeri imam de ga te imam nya takanya na nyame diko tonya wala fa wata ni ko ya wata fana imam mo ay kono le sport beta le imam ko te pani imam ko fa kana ni sifal dabal ka ko ko ye no bol man te nyama singa le ko be mentali be ni kali be yota please adoni di am te ga ko imam le bari imam fana nyantale ko nyabe damen to anin to nya ngo ko to isla bi ko parola nya pour que tire di bal balu dala lumbe silete imam ko mo be sama ci imam na e ko dron nyanta pula le no mo la imam ko la ñu ko si fala no da ngol jeke di karaba to e si ci mo pasu da ka tiga nyaare be ngalo ko be na bam ko sa fala kayro ka ngoke because ni imam ci ngol ni ko sel dabara ka president ci yang wallahi ni imam ci ngol be la sa to ko da patengi yelo ya ko tengi ko man sa ko mo kama sa support yalo Usman Sonko e wore Senegal ni ajibi o bi kunda jama be je jama la sta nañu la Senegal parce que do be je wol commence ko société la ta wala Usman Sonko nata bi wo ya sta ko bol arrêt ba on ni Senegal me be do kala salon to ka folo ba kele katara bula na mamaji we mute ko ha imamo la ta ita be la ka ko Usman e prime wol bula ke fan saba imamo lo na la ko dal ko Usman ko ñoo da ngeen wara mandu rek ay wala ko da ngeen wara mandu parce que wax nañ fi pour ngeen ñoo wal ko imam yi dañu bokk ci problème dañu mandu continuer leen di mandu
moy degare
imam bari ma yera fudol ci kale ne imam mo de Dakar da imam ba ko ci ak ba ci sala ka ko le di tolla bari so ko bi wol na di tollu ka to ko so ko fanan ko itol ba ci gis la ko do men di la fa kale ba fa ta ba di fa da ba ko be ko do to parce que tol ko di to be imam mol
tonya
so ajibe yera fudol ci kale ko ya fa de ko dayele yalla sa fele ilo kula nimbe so ko fana agency ba ko fana ko kama so so they are all internet
true
so mo ñone no ñi ñanta bana Africa la sa bara ko kan kontanta ko so mo do ko be jegi fay ta ko bilal ci non te mo dali la men wala nga ñomuta
na UDP mo tambe kilo na limbo ko di na lafa siru na lafa full force no le na paro be ni ko because UDP amara gina na imba kala de do or die election na yata yo be la na paro bo di because bang ko be ji dala
Baraka Ajaratu General Mas. Thank you for your call. Content about it. Olong Ajaratu General Mas in New York. Yudi Bingolu Nalmantala advice or Tao. Tongama Ajaratu General Mas advice Tala Yama. So Ajaratu Boka more than enough him advice or Tao. Kaloba Kunt. Aval Dalila. So I'll behave. Yeah. So saya Baraka Ajaratu General Mas. Thank you for call. So I'm gonna move back to TikTok. Fatu Wali Telebinun Diamola before Ajaratu Kana. Wale, go ahead. Fatu Wale, for you jump for the device, Oliver. Yeah, talk quickly because we have 3 people waiting.
E come mbele mfoka nundrom because comme gambiano nyantale pour ka
Okay, El Galgo munekela
because ite carte fa mo me e palaso diala wakana kota ke akete ke jongoti ke konkondi ni asula tena tenganda ya fe ko ha mbenyine dilala after le carte fa mo le anya kalo waran e defa mo chindi je namere tele nyande siso konkonna go nyimela do kulada atele ana mbaro janawe sila hanu mata kendo tabulu ata kala le yabo ko ala ko dala pali motora 700,000 maral men yalo ka ko komi bo moto sifa tantang jigende kam Gambia shoban sai tenar.
Okay, Lamin, I think I can hear the voice of kids in the background, and it does affect their life. TikTok is very sensitive to the Niwala combo in the background and the noise. So if you can, if you don't mind, maybe next time you can continue. Yeah. Let's be mindful of that because when they hear the noise of the kids, they're very, very sensitive about that. Thank you so much for your contribution. I go to the next caller, Fatu Wali. Okay, Fatu Wale, you commanded a few times. Malcolm, for you are away from your device. So I'll go to the next caller. Is it Malcolm? Ajia. Malcolm.
Yes.
Enembara.
I got a favorite.
Alhamdulillah. Malcolm, ngani voice suit already.
Yeah, last time we need been the platform on the Kachaka about youngs, and become area council.
Okay.
Yeah, but come tell me for like I will see come near understand. I mean Jamala Sotla, but Nimema understand. Akuma Konyon low to Jamfala Mari feedback because you might understand. Saying make come Nimbita back to Gambia no leka. Mube something aleko. Niko coalition no dawadandi. Dunia dawadandi. Wara Jamana na mandomandi mutan. And then Jama demanding what Nanatala decision or come demanding we are okay. Ni be kafla nyoma bad in the left and Nina Bekela Diaquia, it a mojamatio, Nakafuma. And then the man happened okay, in terms of that Banco Mel political history, no? Nanama Moja Mayad. Demanding like Canala Fajamaka, I can be support unconditionally because the situation all econo, we are longo. Nyanta hindi janne amam bete ya banko amam bete ya economic imanya na kela whether you like the person or not but ibaju wela mo nyim potential member mo ay mo potential lesson abe banko fale na nyaadi wo mentality ni ngodu ni ko kono gambiano nyanta kalo ne ko okay say na 2017 to janning for 2019 UDP dimol be man sakunda kono nyame banko la kolea compared to this 2025. Foi mu kelinati. Banko la fen la price foi mu kelinati. Corruption o memba moy kan pili suta tilibula. Ibije wato men corruption o me fa be kere ne fata kere because seku na tata kulli doldo. Ibama finance minister. Amadou Sane. Tamu men aba finance. Ngamo mo ya mexir kulli la ka fo billahi ko to ke man pa ya man aka mol block fe inyanta ka demande mo fonction dama ka le block. Which mean akebal corruption all.
Yeah.
So Gambian no nata ngaw joko okay. Yo di bonni balale sai.
Yeah.
Corruption is rampant. Mo iba falale eta falale ala government be le courier. Mo be le eta falale be courier dale. Ebe mo ken dol sat like it. But near for 99.99% be mo kurungole. You will have only 0.00091%.
Yeah.
When it can never see. So, what government for government on your data seal and then sister for jam, cement boat over the Lasikemeli. Lasikemelu. Melka cemento was will be found back.
Yeah.
Muro
da kafutale already, Kori.
Okay. So, say we go na say we dem julol. Ibe cement boat or sana, Dalasi Kemesaba, Dalasi town $1. Iba pass la jolle la kabo factory to kana. Ibe le mol mel jola ye moto cemento selendi ye moto kan. Ibol jola boto kili wo killing. Ibe jola dala so jolle. Boto kili wo killing. Adwata nya ibe jola $3 la or $4. Yena jindir lal fananjo. Ni te mangasino le be bulibe mangasino luas kan seku. Imagine ibo mangasino fana men jola karo ni karo fata ka mangasina ti yo jolle. So munake na cement boto da fara dal steven lulon. So ina imagine ta Senegal cement boto jolle ti. Compared to Gambia cement boto.
So Senegal cement dal dia da Senegal.
Yeah. Good. Yena Gambia say ko nga cement factory so and Senegal the same cement factory bi. Ni ata nga order fa isa ko nga order men na Senegal wala kina se. But the same cement factory.
But wol melbe Gambia wol mu fen ko le wol ka packaging neke. E du packaging am ke ka processing kere.
No, I understand. I understand everything. But the thing is, come here tell you all of what I can Senegal la cement stop. So yeah, make sure price me Senegal. I tell Gambia. Come so called company le sort. But man secondary siring anya la nyin be kam blindly. Ka banku di on la bata. Ya man sa kurun ikalon ten. Ake konkondile. Aye fuara yandi. Aye la fore abusible. Pour na sula ka ke sola ko te drop ay na ko sehu man bodo felenti wuli felenti ni yo mo ke yo mo fondi ala forea ya kon kondi am dimbati yo di ala tili kili sura kili e ba control lale
tonya
masa kurun manya exactly wole be Gambia banko.
Okay, Abaraka Malcolm, thank you for your contribution. Thank you. We go to the next caller, which is Aji Bugachon. Thank you, Aji. Thank you, Malcolm. Aji.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Alhamdulillah, Aji. Nara, jeng nara. Yo, anasa si handor bi. Panjai daun ade. Panjai. Huh?
Man fani dama jaxle be dama duga man tam dama duga ruku xawma lan lañ ko because of dama jaxle
Mbalu da nga dem xaliwa
wa xawma gaay dañu tural ñakuri la
ñaku bi la pa jaan ñakuwam bi amna dafa ñu doole de this time.
So man dama laku parce que man non la dé def man suma amé lu man naxal dama dé cool suma say Sehu man Gambian si ñene ngi sehu ñoma jaaxal si sehu man fim nek xamatuma tank suma tank bi fan la ko tek xamatuma parce que lan mo tax xamatuma fan lan lay def moy I think ne mbir mi yebdu Adama Barrow suñ jikko yi la ñu
wa jikko yi bokk na ci de
parce que sehu suñ waxé ne ñun nguur lañ bëgg change Adama Barrow lañ bëgg change it doesn't matter ngay dugg ci yena life yi xam nga léegi nga dëkk ci parenteer yaa nga seetaan nga dégg loo xamante ne dañ ko du teg fenn si
waaw
man affaire bi daf ma dee jaaxal te duma si dee bugg a débat parce que li ma wax mooy
Fatou Ndiaye fooy seletale by mistake ban so hold on Aji Fatou Ndiaye Okay, but I got a drop. Okay, I've been mute. Okay, I'm mute. Okay, Aji.
You man, what I'm saying is, deka bunga hamantene. Economy deka bobu nonu daf de nelaw lu. How many ham gen fi ma waxe? Kan mo nek di effort?
No, Mbinki la, Mbinki 1 2 3. Mbinki say mute no bang. Oh gosh, let me just drop this Mbinki. I don't know. I'm not your hamlet. They egg. They hamlet. They egg. Da. What is?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mo film wa he moy deka bunga hamantene economy am bi daf de nelaw gudi. Ma wax moy bu nelawut mu nge jinko moy waja nelaw. Parce que so nekk ci western bi nga nekk ci America wala Europe wala benen dëkk China, Turkey, Dubai, whatsoever dëkk yoyu. C'est yow di nga gis ne ñi suñu waja ñeneen ñi ñu ngi jël. Ñi suñu waja ñeneen ñi ñu ngi jël. Seen économique dëkk bi mu ngi move all the time. Yeen am lo leen wara xé ñu nga xamantene Gambia da nga gis bu tuusi gudi tege bitigi poli ñoy ibi bena l'hôpital ñoo fajo ak loolu li mo dugal ci dëkk bi tuuti xaalis la yeen am ngeen problème boo xamantene you guys have to fight it pour ñu indi ay factory yoo xam ne xale yi dañoo liggéey 24/7 su ñuy wàccee si bi ñi ñoo poñ in ñi poñ out ñi tuga ñi liggéey même ñi Europe bi su xale yi amee 10 years doom ñu leen a jàngal ñoo defaree mobile ni ñoo defaree daala ni ñoo defaree baag ni ñoo béyee ni ñoo defaree ni ñoo nekkee di bill waaye loolu yëpp defuñ ko what we are doing is GRTS boo ko onee mu ngi mel ni bu NPP la comme lu yaay Jammeh doon def they are not stopping it because dañ jël suñ télévision bi def ko foo xamante ne is politique kaay duñ fa wane say ay opposition yi lu bari lu ñoo wane mooy Barrow lu moo liggéey we don't need that dañ bëgg suñ xale yi eew ci àddina si nu mel waaye loolu dafay yàqa suñ jikko xale yi li ñoo wane mooy politique bi rek mooy dem te politique bi li ci bari saaga bi la ñoo jël kalifa jaambur di leen saaga di wax bu ñaaw soo nekkee parti bi kii sa noon la soo nekkee UDP kii sa noon la which is not right te man UDP focus leen
wallahi
UDP focus leen Ousmane Sonko focus moo ko jox Sénégal
wax leen ko de
leena dinaa leen ko wax mooy yéena ngeen tooñ te yéena ngeen tooñ ñi nga xamante ne dañ bugg a parti bi bugg a Gambia yéena ngeen tooñ solo sax nag mi génnoon 2016 yéena ko tooñ yéena ngeen tooñ Ousmane Darboe mi liggéey parti gi ak ñu ko àndaloon liggéeyal ko ak Gambian si bugg a UDP te tooñ dafa baaxul parce que yéen vidéo bu ma gis noonu muy génn si internet kan moo ko génnee xanaa du doomi UDP su fekkee ne nag dafa am bukki yu sangoo deri bay nekk si parti bi génn leen ngeen abal ñu waaye dinaa leen wax leen da ngeen fa ne Ousseynou ngeen di yaaxal wala ñun seen boppa ngeen di yaaxal parce que dinaa leen won ne yàlla moo du jumbu jaawaale te du def benaan bu ma yëgoon yéen ñi nekk bukki yu sangoo deri bay yàlla dina leen génnee UDP ba ngeen set picc
lu ma bëgg a laajte rek aji ndax lii sa waroon a xew recording bi was poor yes waaye naka la nit di dem rally boo xam ne pour mobiliser nit yi ñu support yu yi nga dem foofu di fitna xam nga loolu dafa ñaaw
civilisé baaxut yéen ngeen a dem foofu noonu yéen a bokk benn buga même su kooku waxee leen lu bon waru leen koo jël di ko dóor yéen ñi ko doon film tamit waru leen koo filmer gis nga man njabooti Ousseynou Darboe yëpp laa buga man ku foog ne maa ngi sayti kenn yaa ngee na sa boppa war naa leen ko du benn du ñaar ñetta dinaa ko repeat million times man Ousseynou rek laa buga keneen ku ne taxaw ne dama la buga ngi dama laa faral yaa ngee na sa boppa billahi wallahi te yéen ñëpp laa emale ku ma Ousseynou joxoñal ne ma demal si kii ma xam ne njabootam nga man dinaa dem si yéen waaye leen naa leen koo ñaan Ousseynou soona na yéen mu nekk si biir parti bi nag dañ koy waxte dee dama leen di ñaan leena paa bi jiñut leen ko wallahi jiñut leen ko
gaa yi dañu war a régler de
seewu paa bi mu ngi yëg lu xew yëpp dañ ñuy foog ne baaba yëgut li ngeen di def wallahi yéen a ngeen a seen bopp paa bi yëpp mu ngi koo gis mu ngi koo dégga waaye nag continuer leen dama ne junja doy na borom xel yéen ñi fa nekka di def naka sudut noonu di def seen li ngeen di def def leen ko waaye leen na dinaa leen ko wax Ousseynou Darboe mooy bàyyi Talib Bensouda Ousseynou Darboe mooy bàyyi Yankuba Darboe Ousseynou Darboe mooy bàyyi Rohey Malick Ousseynou Darboe moo jur ñooñu ñëpp li ma bëgg mooy ngeen nekk benn ngeen xam ne paa bi dafa liggéey man nag mbiru Ousseynou jaaxal na fi mu nekk Seexu xam nga man lan laa def si suma diggante ak Ousseynou Seexu dama jël Ousseynou dénk ko yàlla parce que man dama jaaxle Ousseynou mënuma koo dénk kenn ku
jarul jooy
demee da nga xamante ne ñëpp ñu nga xamante ne boo xanaa ñoom benn laaka bi sax am na lu maa dégg loo xam ne neexul xol te ñooñu waruñ koo def ñi war a ñoo wane sax ne ñoom Ousseynou du seen candidat buñ ko taanee la gars yi waroon na wane moom mooy seen candidat même dem ba nga xamante ne cuus na keneen ngeen doot di wane waaye dama gis ñoo xamante ne dañ ma let daaw ñoo xamante ne ñu ngee wane ne fii laa fare loolu rafetut ñun dafa am ku ñu taxawal ne kii lañ taana nañ leen ko tooba ba kooku mu jóg mu ne kii laa bugga ngeen jël ko ñu nit soo ko buggee danga koo wóolu soo nekkee si moom danga koo doyloo waaye Ousseynou la man billa wala talay xaw ma kan laa koo dénk pour yàlla suñu borom
wow, jërëjëf ma bàyyi la because you're losing your emotions right now, right, on TikTok. Thank you so much, Aji Buga Chan. Thank you for your call. Badin wala abdela maka yuri pala bantabal. Malcolm, if I don't say drop knowledge right now, thank you so much for your time. Fatu Wale, you can call in. You said you'll come back if you want to talk. Thank you to everybody, Maryland. You're walking. Listen to Yuri Pala and Bantabala, Monday's edition of Current Affairs Show. It's really 22 minutes past 10 right now in the UK. We come to the tail end of the program. I will just take a few more calls, maybe one or two. Fatuwale Kabediamlale, but I think she's busy. So, but we thank everybody, and we want us to focus as the UDP, as a political party, or United Democratic Party. I'm going to do my conclusions again, and I will go back to the advice that I gave here at the beginning of the program. We have a lot of, we have a crucial election ahead of us in 2026. We can't afford to. African boy, wala duntana life to. Who is African boy Jumalo Nyenti? African boy Jumalo Nyenti. Ibe nyari.
African boy, ini sering na life mbeno kachalaji.
Ini mbara munete si bantababi because na maneje jande.
Nye inbox lo faino imagine ngana number phone senere no ko purian call.
Amela inbox and never inbox will check back. I'm so busy.
So mbalali ya check bang phone sa diamba.
Okay. I'm about to check that after the show. I don't normally check my inbox. Okay, thank you. Okay, mbal tentola back mbal joyla. So mbem follow ja wala nyinti, we have a very important election. 2026 ni momo ka chahanala. Warante betela law for Gambia for my question. It's time for us to redeem this country. I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart. This is why I'm going to speak in English. Because fellow Gambians, our country is at a crossroad. Let's put our differences aside and redeem our country. It saddens me when I hear some people said, normally they speak in all local languages. Baro mano, baro munut, why can't far deaf? What be this sort of statements in this day and age? How can any conscious Gambian utter these words? A country of over 2 million people. So you are telling Gambians that Barrow is indispensable. That's what you are saying. Let us salvage this country. The struggle was not easy. Gambians fought tooth and nail to liberate our country. Unfortunately, the change that we wish for ourselves is yet to come true. When we fought against dictator Jammeh, it was in a fight that we undertook because we hate Jammeh. It was against the system, against dictatorship, the bad governance. So today, 8 years on, what do we hear every day? Corruption. Gambians are more divided today on tribal lines. And we assume of ourselves, when we have a neighboring Senegal, country with the same tribes as Gambians, But they are not so much indulged in this nonsensical tribalism as we are. Look at the political terrain today. Look at the political terrain and you will get the answer that Gambia is more and more getting involved in tribal politics. This is not going to help redeem our country. We cannot afford another 5 years of Adama Barrow. It will be a disaster. It will be a calamity for our country. The inevitable is going to happen. We don't want to go down the road. So as citizens, let's come together and change this country for better. The future generations will never forgive us if we allow Barrow to continue beyond 2026. I'm not speaking as a UDP member right now. I'm speaking as a Gambian to my fellow Gambians. You don't have to support UDP. You don't have to vote for UDP if you don't want to. I would love you to vote for UDP, but you can choose the alternative. You have other oppositions that you can vote for, and Barrow would be defeated, with or without coalition. It will be easier if we go through a united front. Yes, certainly it will be easier. But where we cannot come together, and I'm not saying that we're not coming together, because I'm not going to be part of the decision makers. But in the unlikely scenario, if we come together under one umbrella, we can still defeat Barrow if we are serious. Those who want to unite can come under that unity and select a flag bearer. And the same dilemma that you have with UDP being part of coalition, you have the same. When a group of people come together, it's always going to be a tall order to find a framework, to find a mechanism that you will all subscribe to in terms of choosing that leader. And that's where things become intricate. That things will become intricate, they become complex, because you know what? With UDP in it, you say, no, we don't want UDP to lead because UDP has there's so much internal squabbles within the UDP, or they cannot lead us. That's what the rhetoric we're hearing. Or UDP, they were part of the coalition 2016, they caused damage, and you see how unfair they are. They said, when we were part of the government, we changed the age limit, which is true, but they want to put that blame squarely on the United Democratic Party, which is unfair. Because the entire coalition did that. We had PDIS MPs who voted in for that change, but they are not normally called out. They're given a pass. And they want to put the blame squarely on the United Democratic Party. And that's where they get disingenuous about their criticism. So what I want to tell Gambians, let's come together and save this country. There comes a moment in your life where you have to do somber reflection and then look at personalities, but look at institutions. Look at United Democratic Party as an institution. Don't look at United Democratic Party as Alhaji Ousainou Darboe. UDP is an institution, and no one is indispensable. No one will be in. Every living soul here, with or without him, institutions will move on. We had a moment in our lives when we used to say Gambia Jawarantown. But it happened on that fateful day of July 22nd when the army lieutenants took over the reins of power. Did we have Gambia Jawarantown? Yes, we did. So, Alingana together, let's come together. Let's save this country. Today we are talking of the oil scandal. Gamtel reportedly privatized. Our seaport gone. Senegambia Bridge gone. $100 million. For how many years? Is this what we fought for? Gambia today, we are importing in billions. Our economy is in a mess. The interest rates are high. Cost of living is high. And when you talk about this, they say this is not peculiar to Gambia. Yes, it's not peculiar to Gambia. Even in the advanced world, we have price rises. But here, they match price rises according to the CPI, Consumer Price Index, the inflation rate. That is not happening in our country. So you don't tell the problem. So we have to come together. It saddens most of us. You go on social media. The reason why I'm referencing TikTok, because now you barely see live streamings on Facebook. There's only a few platforms like us who stream live on Facebook, but most people have migrated to TikTok. And it saddens me day in, day out. Instead of focusing on Adama Barrow, who is presiding over a $2 billion economy and who is responsible for neglecting and not taking the bull by its horn to fight against corruption, who has propagated division, discord within Gambians through his agents like Badembo by force, and some Gambians fell for it. This is not going to help us. Alinga long and Nabanko Bondi, Nanlingene Gambia. Tribe, Dudara. Tribe, Lala. Why are we so much preoccupied with tribe? These particular tribes come together, they form their party. This particular tribe come together. And these are the people who will call UDP a Mandingo party. But it is out there. We can see it. No one is a fool. Some people are castigating United Democratic Party. And look, they are today hiding behind, I'm going to say this so that they can hear it loud and clear. When you talk, they said because UDP is in the local government. That is a blue lie. That is a blatant lie. And I will tell you why. Most of these critics going on their platform saying we are criticizing UDP today because UDP is in charge of local government. We are criticizing UDP from day one, even before we were in charge of this local government. So that means they are reasoning, they are just hiding behind that, but that's not the real thing. We are not fools. You started criticizing UDP in 2016. When UDP was with Barrow, you went against the coalition. Some of them were supporting Defadoy. That time, was UDP in charge of local government? Hamdallah. Fi kendo fufi. Now, the only justification that they are giving is saying because UDP is in charge of local government, but that's not the real reason. Because they were criticizing us and going after us even before we took mantle of leadership of this local council. So let them come out and debunk this. The same clique of people who are going on this Facebook lives hiding behind, well, we have to criticize UDP because they are just in charge of local government. Hold on a minute. Don't you know that we have got your audios of criticizing UDP even before Talib Bensouda became mayor of KMC? Even before Yankuba became chairman of West Coast region? Even before Rohi Maliklo became mayor of Banjo? Even before Landin Bisane became chairman of LRR? You were doing this. So that means that your real reason of criticizing UDP is not because you are criticizing the local government. It's because it's born out of your dislike for United Democratic Party. For whatever reasons that you have, we know, some of us know the reason, but you know it. And this is this petty politics. Petty politics. This politics at the mundane level is what is derailing a country. And unless we get this out of our heads, we will be where we are for a very long time. That's why Senegal did not fall for this nonsensical tribalism. I've always said it here. When some of the Senegalese voters say, don't vote for Ousmane Sonko because he's a Jola from Casamance, majority of Senegalese say, to hell with you. We are talking about country. We are not talking about tribe. When will Gambia graduate into that box where we will think outside the box, but will not think within the box? So, Nyene Gambian ol Batandi, I've said this in English so that people, those who don't understand Mandinka, can understand. Because what is happening is very sad for our country. Sometimes you want to give up. Sometimes you want to say, what is the word of this? Let me just sit down and focus on my life. But the good work that some people have done in the liberation struggle cannot go in vain. Particularly the new entrants into the political landscape who want to muddy the waters. Inshallah, they will not succeed. Let's work together in hand in glove and redeem our country. That's the only way out. And that's why in democracy, you have choices. We have so many political parties in Gambia. United Democratic Party is not the only option. You have other alternatives, but be sincere in your alternatives. Don't just say it by word of mouth, because we have heard here. And they said Gambians voted against UDP in 2021 because they don't want a UDP government. Oh, is it that bad? So you prefer Barrow to continue? Well, is our take. Mandingol go nyimukulukan sumanality. Ni chono nata. Marseille cement be right now. Is it only UDP supporters feeling the heat? Everybody's complaining about the price of cement. And that's why Gambia today, while Senegal is moving well ahead, Gambia is retrogressing because of this tribal nonsense. And unless we get it out of our heads, we are all going to suffer. Our future generations will suffer, and nothing's going to change. Barrow and his cohorts will continue. And if Barrow continues, may God forbid, the inevitable will happen. I'm not going to say that here. But mark my words, mark my lips. If Barrow continues, there's likelihood the inevitable will happen that we don't want. All right? And that will be disastrous for the law, for this country. Disastrous for our future generations. Alinga see, let's have a rethink. Alinga recalibrate, and then try to find out solutions. Come up with the solutions. Barrow is trying to build up his base because he knows he alone cannot take on the UDP. Barrow alone, how strong United Democratic. That's why Barrow is bringing the so-called Grand Coalition. Nim Barrow Hanita. Let's go one-to-one. Momak UDP rek. Akana APRC nyini. Akana mo partido nyini. Ntolna damaita. Then Tonya be kala Gambia. That's how mighty United Democratic Party is. So alinga focus. So ngani yamaro le soto jang nata fali bari ñun xam nañ ne some of you yena ngay hide behind this local government authority while lolu nekkul wax bi de, because bala ñi dugga ci local government yena ngi oppose UDP. So save us that talk. Don't give us that excuse, because make good sense. It doesn't hold water. That reasoning doesn't hold water at all, because we know you never supported UDP. So now the only way to try to justify your constant criticism of UDP is to say, oh, UDP, they're part of local government. But even when some of them, when Ajame was there, they were supporting Ajame against UDP. We know it. We are not fools. And some of them will go on live and say, I was in APRC, I moved from APRC, I went to DOI, and now in the Party Nangam. But you will never hear them say, when I moved from APRC, I came to UDP, because they don't like UDP for whatever reason that they know. And we know the reason. We are not fools. That's why I was listening to one commentator, Dato Folajam. Ako Gambia politics is so tribalist now. And the person tried to explain this particular tribe there in this party, this particular tribe there in this party. I was laughing. Okay. So me program was stop la jane. Fatu Wale, yarfe natal entebe diam la. Sorry, I forgot that you're here. Fatu Wale, go ahead. I didn't see you. Go ahead.
It's all right.
Ngezele batu nufaye diamo, then gonna program rapo. Go ahead.
Gambia no say who apalaka later for control nani mo be diamo. Anyway, même mo ko into drong say who member for the monument. Nin somta Adama Barrow 2026 alayin grand so-called grand coalition o men aka kumandite. Fumol tawte tata ye katota ya diola. Even kato fay kat ni ma de UDP la. Yadi pati cling na ngalaban.
Ole kan de jahale fam. Ole kan jahale manane bu ko keno.
Ha. Bari kata bitadi na yung grand coalition. Ako munta ko sa ako munta ana Barrow na lamang sa kunda ye tilimbalia ning palapring mas ay bangko sa banyamik. O man kanay tel. Ni tel man baka tel mol baka tale. Bari nga meran yung mol fan na jawo la boy. Gambia. Nintel continue the thing. Wallahi moment la menda. Karne pata fang na meta fang. Baro arang baro fanga na la mol fanga ta mol so press no Même bekela ola bekela par nak Gambia jadi of toto ko nalma di UDP la ala di pati kunkilin nal la ban alia UDP bula aning baro itana nata de mon men pare pour kana nga kafunyola pour nga baro bondi bara atla so called grand coalition onji alal code yala ban ni mo ka drum be baro bondi la yublato bar ni tel taran ko ha tadi la UDP la
Jiki. Okay, sorry.
Nyokata bilang mantar sa afang Gambia, non follow kumbole til da fa. But like the men fella sign for the kill me along ko see the time for the capital fight. Alia try by all means alia like commence capital deal capital ni ngalo mo free let. Ori, kanu bangko bang capital ni kala free let. Amanya na dila priyasa. Malam for Gambia maybe Arab or Kawa fi mon malagi aka fi ile campaign ko rol fana
na abuga vi magara gawa
yeah but the korla kula but nak niatare yalon ko ita sa isita so sola altali yani free lam alla right lam alla sister right lam alliance do ali kato fight against Arab barola masakunda and I some of it moment din kumanda ali al ko dio mare no je banko tunen tela sainde Tanti kana no la ni man Arabaro go je Arabaro that's the only solution Gambia solution of meant to Gambia Tanya try move to the next level. Without Arabaro we need to make sure that we vote him out. But nim moke ada betel. And the moment the yalo ko sima se futa no Gambia ali ngata je membekela I can be nyalaj. Dem basabali men follow me to go Gambia. Ajare tell yela ka Arabaro ma ta famalat. Ajare tell yele pour yelo e bom. Ni yelo konta otumo Arabaro abe sila o yelo ko. Ajare tell yelo. So al salo ngo nyama de ko Arabaro akata nyawnya akana ken mo lesla. Balulu mo buka think. Ibuka fa. But saya alum fanang ite tula jambe. Ka fa nyaadel. Ni ala ko be faalo lu mene be faalo lu la naka be balula. Tona. So ni Arabaro na la masakunda bari dem basabali Arabaro na la masakunda ikasile ya kacha. So compartment tanga ni mo fo pro Gambia no ngesilandi bari Gambia no science langa tambitala alin kana sila. Na banko ti Arabaro men siya mo tike. Anda banyo la kata na fangla. Ñun do kulal même bébé dala je 100 lam 97 be mo bandiyo let ol be man la fi Gambia la kayro la man la fi Gambia la ñatta man la fi fonninko la ñatta man la fi bamaño la ñatta so could you imagine science so asma fanka mo fara Gambia
wow
muso panta no so fanga panta what some Gambia have man fo yo de la basan Gambia plus so bi muso men panta ta intella jana bi o fana yemen ke ye boro men dialo boro ni comme do yene dindingal fa nyamen do sa na alfali la tol la fanan be kala fi la jani akate fa yosi man ko men mo islam di kana de sebu bari ni na kere no musun ni ya samba jara ya samba lo tano do ye treatment men dialo treatment is not effective or treatment ni akay mari la system o be la duni jofa ole o mari continent na fa barakas am no so dindi ma yalla ko no skala la fana the same thing fana asma tane na moy asma e mo fa sai ikan na plans men arjani aning boro me ka dila primaria inila inhela ji ola fanga ba alfal fanga bankan killing ninga fa sai te mo ba mi la ko min ko beti am kan sama la bar amadu samati aning alma baro ibe kula Gambia ko yedi ni alfal janna ta ba nyama ni tella janna dindi fula dindi sabat no fa ha do ida arekelal so who say ala makore but dinding on tara for dinding town war tel ko dinding town war ni war la ha dinding kila dinding fula dinding sabat don nyaka na don ha dinding killing iba investigate la ami ba la na mem tan na dinding fula sabat na ni fanga sila fa but Gambia for dinding town war ni war me ala ko la siamo di fam isela town war ni war la claim but sai na alfal ibol la fa killing Gambia mo mo din ko iko experience fan ko le bela problem mo le be tamare and the borol men dum ni kan jo borol they are just counterfeit borol me aloko ama under the ministry of health araba ning amad samatla ministry of health Gambia alinga fambo ni araba ro bulu because nakata nyama araba ro ben alfal fangal bela banda fala dak yala dingal fala ko de almami na ko be diam kan sangal but alpha la bolle killing paka musol panta fala because musol ta is la pro ko rota fa pro kata awul musol ko rota I came here na wala mi ko fonde ba balula la ba fonde dinga balula la ba betula ite tara no ye selta la do tablo ka wul bulu da te ka faaje le dinga faaje
yeah
no te sama ta ya ci su ñol ta ni famal ta ya kare ko no ko Gambia is the most backward country. So muna can telephone come find you here. The anyway 2026 say uni more lafta Gambia no. Ni lafta and ni okay. Membe kala wala bekel. But Gambia no multi sila na banko to aramboro bulu ko for another 5 years. Ni ala sota inshallah.
Abaraka Fatu Wale, thank you for your contribution. We're gonna draw the curtain here right now. Wrapping up the show, tonight's show, until we converge again another time on YouTube Online Bantaba. So Alabarakabaka, thank you for your time, and thank you to all the people that are listening. My NPP supporter is listening to the show. He's a big fan of YouTube Online Bantaba, and he's saying that they are enjoying the show. For them, everything is cool with them because they are in good shape, but UDP is so disorganized and disoriented. Okay, you are also not organized because you have a splinter group in your party, the NDP. So we know what is happening. If you think you are organized, you are fooling yourself. You have got a big chunk of your supporters who branch out, will going to branch off to go and form their own party. So don't worry about it. UDP things will be in shape before 2026, inshallah. You know, it's a blessing in disguise that sometimes these things happen. It's a challenge, but we weather the storm. Thank you. We weather the storm. Thank you so much. Allah thank you so much. Audience, we'll draw the curtain here. Thank you for your time, and thank you to all the callers. Thank you so much.
Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Juloka manga maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja manga maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simbene da. Ale fonsaje. Useni masata. Ale fonsaje. Alale amansandi. Ale fonsaje. Mbaro da bodima. Ale fonsaje. Mbaro da bodima. Ale fonsaje. Numukunda da bodima. Ale fonsaje. Alale bate jola. Ale fonsaje. Mansole bate jola. Ale fonsaje. Aye Gambia bondi bata kono. Ale fonsaje. Maje molu bele se wota. Ale fonsaje. Alabe nyinkelaye. Ale fonsaje. Manso be nyinkelaye. Ale fonsaje. Usen bota nyani dobo. Ale fonsaje. Dobo gae usen. Ale fonsaje. Anata kombo tumami. Ale fonsaje. Londo nata kulli. Ale fonsaje. Okaelo adabo. Ale fonsaje. Ayadogu oge Gambia Ale fonsaje. Gambia kaye Mandela. Ale fonsaje. Mayinduru kema. Ale fonsaje. Alafo salida bokema. Ale fonsaje. Adale bate joda. Ale fonsaje. Jilansi sedi.